Hello and welcome to Slash Cinema, the show where we watch and rank entire horror film franchises so you don't have to. My name is Justin Ashley, and joining me, as always, is the man with a million hot takes, Mark Skews.
I wish you a happy holidays.
Oh, I see what you did there. Mark, we're back again. We, by somehow, some miracle, are putting out another episode before the end of the year.
Very quickly
We
for
were just
you.
here.
We were.
We were just here a couple weeks ago. How did we do this? How is this possible?
Well, part of the reason for that is because our last episode, Children of the Corn, was so horrible to work through that I really needed to cleanse the palate after that. Our next selection, I watched 2 of them the next day after we finished recording that episode.
Which blew my mind. Which, if you have not seen it, our last episode was Children of the Corn. That episode's blowing up quick, buddy.
It is.
You didn't think it was going to be a good one. I told you. I was like, this is going to be a goodie.
I didn't necessarily think it wouldn't get the views. I just didn't think it was going to be easy to do.
Oh, no.
It
was a slog for you. Yeah. Yeah, you blew my mind because sometimes Mark takes a little bit of goading to, get pushed through these franchises.
Yep.
Children of the Corn especially.
That was a hard one.
But then, this guy, in case you haven't figured it out yet, Mark, what are we tackling? What's our franchise today?
Today we are doing the Wishmaster franchise.
The illustrious 4-entry
That's right.
Wishmaster franchise. Mark, this was your pick.
It was. I figured after a 11 entry slog, we'd have a nice little stocking stuffer for you, as this will probably be coming out right around the holiday season.
This is going to be our holiday episode.
Yep.
And it thematically, to me, it makes sense.
Sure.
I mean, Wishmaster.
Yep.
What do you wish for the holidays?
That's right.
Yeah. What kind of Christmas wishes do you have?
We're doing our best to make those connections,
because we're running out. We're running. Right. Next year, we're going to be doing Anaconda, the Santa Snake.
That's right. I mean, now we got to do that.
We're really going to be stretching these. Yeah, no, this is a very small franchise, and you shocked me because Mark's like, he messages me like a week after we just finished filming Children of the Corn. He goes, "Yeah, I already watched all
done.
that." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What do you mean you're done?" I'm like, "Okay." I wasn't sure we were going to be able to get another one in the can before the end of the year, but
you have to understand that there's a lot of production that goes into this that Justin has to do. Collecting up the artifacts for the sacred Slash Cinema desk, right? Getting the discs so that he can rip them and get the clips ready. Just getting all the stuff that's
all the stupid decoration I have to try to get.
You're running a retail store in the middle of the holiday season, right? So you're busier, right? Yep. So he normally takes advantage of the time that I take to get through these. So when I tell him, 6 days later, "Oh, I'm done," by the way, it really throws him off.
I was like, "What?" Okay, but yeah, I was able to power through this franchise as well. Only 4 entries.
4 entries,
man. With the shit we've tackled, I did that standing on my head. This is super easy. Fucking easy. Yep. This is Wishmaster's an odd franchise. Here's a little bit of trivia for you. So there's the entire franchise is only 4 entries. Yep. Those 4 entries come out in the span of only 6 years.
It's pretty quick.
It's very quick. Yep. It's kind of like a little flash in the pan entry or franchise. It comes out like end of the 90s, right at the beginning of 2000s, and that's it. You never hear from it again. It has not returned. Yep. It didn't start in the 80s.
91, I believe.
No, 97.
97. Oh,
97.
Yeah,
like
97.
the end of the decade. Yeah. So this is it's an interesting franchise. It's just one of those ones that's like, oh yeah, okay, they made 4 of those. But then it's not one of those ones where, they made 10 of those?
Yep.
Like they kind of gave up on that franchise. They realized this wasn't, and I'm going to get into that. Why I think this franchise never really got wings and took off. Because I think there was a lot of potential here, especially with the established character they came up with. I think they came up with a really cool character. But I after watching these now, I kind of think I know why this didn't take off as well as it could have. We have a question to answer.
We do.
Mark,
special bonus footage for you.
What is the question we will be answering this time?
How do we describe this best? It's not your favorite.
It's
least favorite.
So Wishmaster obviously has to do with granting wishes. Right. So our question this episode is going to be, what do you feel are the best and worst wishes that the evil Djinn granted,
right?
AKA, what you think are the coolest and the lamest wishes.
Yeah. Which is, if you've seen any of these movies, you'll know that every time he kills somebody, it is as a result of some kind of twisted wish that they've made.
Right.
Right. So it's not necessarily a question, we've had this in past franchises. What is the coolest kill? What was the goriest? It's not like that. It's more of a, how did he use his powers to kind of twist your wish the best and punish you as a result of it?
I think that's enough waffling for now.
Yep.
I think we're ready to get into
Let's do it.
Let's get into our initial entry.
Yep.
From 1997. This is Wishmaster. I have...
Ooh! Oh my!
Okay.
Holy shit!
No. This might be.
Uh-oh.
This might be my most basic ranking. I think maybe in the entirety of this show.
Okay, I thought you were getting.
No, I'm not doing anything wild. This is my number one.
Yeah, number one.
Yeah. This is. I think this is the obvious pick.
I thought you were about to.
No,
you're going to take the hot takes.
My hot take is I think this is a very bad franchise. I think most of these movies suck. Even the first one I think is kind of a meh movie. I don't think there's really any high points in this franchise, personally. Yep. So you're on the same side as me. The original's the best.
Yep.
Yeah. It just kind of, it sets everything up. It does a lot right. We're going to get into it in a second. I'll get to the plot for 2 seconds, but it's just, it's the best of what you have here, but I think all of these are shit movies. Yeah. It's just slightly rises above. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It just does some things right. Yeah. Before I get to the plot, the poster, I want to comment on the poster. Do you remember the poster, like the original poster?
With the long face, and it's just like
What the hell is that?
It's not the character.
No.
It doesn't look anything like...
I remember seeing this poster in the video stores.
Yeah. I was going to say, I kind of like it. It's very boring and plain, but you remember it. Like, if you're watching the episode right now, you know exactly what we're talking about.
The graphic.
Because like Justin is saying, you will have seen this.
Yes.
And it does the job it's supposed to do. You remember this franchise. It's just that once you watch the movie,
you go, what?
There's no reference to that. It doesn't really connect.
And it doesn't read as, obviously I'm dressed up as,
which, all right.
I'm not dressed up. So I am dressed up. In case you're thinking like, oh, wow, does the Wishmaster dress up like this? No, he does not. No, I am dressed up as a traditional genie. The one in this franchise does not look like this at all.
Before we get started, I have to say, like, normally I'm the one that comes in with the creative costuming. I wear a shirt. I went very plain this time, but oh man, Justin, you this is something else. And faithful viewer, I got to tell you, you can only see kind of from the waist up. He's rocking the whole look.
Wearing the whole thing.
He's got the pants. He's even got like orange socks on to make it.
I tried to go.
There's a blue sash involved. Like yes. I wish you could see what he's got on, because when I walked in this morning, my God, my jaw just hit the floor.
This is the level of dedication that I have.
This. You had to buy this. You didn't just have it.
I didn't own a genie costume from like a previous Halloween. Yeah.
Can you stand up?
Yeah. Like, there's like a whole. I don't know if you can see this. There's like yellow pants and we got a blue sash and I tried to wear like orange socks. For a shot, you can only see from the waist up.
Like, this is the level of dedication. It got me
into character.
That's right.
Okay, it gets me into the mindset of a Djinn.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
What Justin is saying is that neither this nor the poster have anything to do with the movie.
No, just I wanted to point that out. Yeah.
They are. One of them is okay. One of them is just absolutely incredible. Yeah. Thank you very much. This made my day.
You know what it is? I started now trying to up my game because you always have these cool shirts, and so I'm like, all right. I gotta put a little bit more effort in, so you might get some more costumes in the future.
You're not gonna top this, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be
just wear that for every episode.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that poster, it reads more like vampire.
Yep.
Doesn't it look like a vampire? Yeah. It looks like
because it looks like blood coming down into the stone, and I think it's supposed to just be like the red light coming from it, but it doesn't.
But it looks like blood
that.
dripping.
Yeah.
It looks like Salem's Lot, like that kind of poster or some shit. Yeah, it's just a very odd poster. All right, that's enough talking about my costume. Let's get to the plot of Wishmaster. So it instantly opens with the title card burning in flames, followed by credits over someone forging a mystical jewel or gem. I'm going to be switching. Sometimes I'm going to call it a gem. Sometimes I'm going to call it a jewel. They don't give it a particular name. They don't.
They call it the fire opal sometimes.
Yeah,
well.
I've heard. I remember that as well. We then get text on the screen read by a narrator explaining there are creatures known as Djinn, aka genies, who exist between the worlds of man and angels. They also confirm the 3 wishes rule, which work the same way you normally would think, but they add that after a 3rd wish has been granted, the unholy legions of the Djinn shall be freed upon the earth. Whatever the fuck that means.
Fear one thing only in all that is. Fear the Djinn.
The narrator is played by...
Angus Scrimm?
Yeah, You got it. Angus Scrimm of Phantasm fame.
The tall man.
Yeah, he's the tall man. That's right.
Yeah, the first of many cameos.
Many horror cameos. Yeah. This is, I think, probably the most horror cameos in a movie ever.
That's right.
Like I really do
would
think
agree.
that. I'm gonna say like ever, and you'll see. Wait, they're gonna come up fast here. We then cut to Persia 1127, where a palace is in complete chaos as people are running in every direction, being massacred by unseen magic forces. A sorcerer runs into this havoc and pleads to the Sultan to cease his wishes. At the Sultan's side is an evil Djinn, the main antagonist for the series. The sorcerer holds out the magical red jewel forged at the beginning, which imprisons the nefarious Djinn. We then cut to America in present time, and we're on a shipping dock where a very important piece of cargo is being delivered. The man awaiting the shipment is Raymond Beaumont, played by...
this is Robert Englund.
Robert Englund! Freddy Krueger's
on our
in
cameo
this.
count 2, ting!
Yeah, technically 3, because Freddy versus Jason works in...
Oh, okay.
Technically also works in the Friday the 13th, right? If you want to give it to him. Yeah. So he is a 3-time Slash Cinema alumni now. Yeah. Robert Englund, the man, obviously. Mark, his assistant is played by...
Ted Raimi?
Ted Raimi. Oh, holy shit.
We're going off the...
Ted Raimi, obviously Sam Raimi's brother, and was in tons of horror films and tons of other random things. Like, I think he's in Army of Darkness. I don't believe he's in Evil Dead 1 or 2. I think it's just Army of Darkness he's in.
Yeah.
Oddly.
We should know this.
I could be remembering that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just Army of Darkness. But he pops up in all kinds of stuff. A bumbling dock worker then proceeds to accidentally drop the huge crate on Ted Raimi. So he's out of this movie already. That's it. He
Literally a cameo.
Yeah. Oh, very quick cameo. The dock worker is played by...
Is it Berger or is it Nicotero or is it...
Joseph Pilato?
Okay, sorry.
Joseph Pilato from Dawn and more prominently known from Day of the Dead.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the guy that does like the choke on it. From, like,
he's kind of
he's like the evil.
Guy?
Yeah, he's like the evil.
Oh, I didn't catch that. See, that's the thing.
There's
this movie's
so
just
many in this.
Full of them.
Oh, almost every character in this movie is like a horror
Somebody
alumni.
from something.
Yeah. The statue inside the crate is destroyed, but the magical red jewel from the intro is now revealed inside it. Another worker spots it and takes it for himself. A pawn shop owner then walks into a high-end auction house with the jewel for an appraisal, revealing that the worker just instantly sold it. It was so funny. I was thinking, I was like, oh, so we're going to follow this worker for a little bit and he's going to try. No, we don't get, I wonder if that was a deleted scene of the worker coming into the pawn shop guy and going like, hey, I found this jewel, this mystical jewel. You think this, what do you think this is worth to you? And then the pawn shop guy trying to like, hey, well, you know, I got 4 or 5 of these mystical jewels sitting in the back.
Right, but on the flip side, I'm happy that they didn't because that scene would have just been terrible.
And it's also redundant because then you then get that scene where he goes to the auction house, which is basically the same scene.
Which is really what we need to get to, right?
Right, it's just like, just skip over that. So one of these store workers is a cute blonde girl named Shannon. They ask for the pawn shop guy to leave the jewel with them so they can do some research. We then cut to two more characters, Josh and Alex. Josh is trying to ask Alex out on a real date, but she doesn't want to ruin their friendship.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Alex.
Yeah, don't do this.
Yeah, fuck off. The auction worker brings the jewel to Alex to inspect because apparently that's part of her job.
Yeah.
While inspecting the jewel, she blows on it, triggering some magical reaction. She then proceeds to leave the jewel with her friend, Josh, to further inspect. Josh runs some imaginary movie laser scans of the jewel, which causes it to explode and release the evil Djinn, who looks like an alien baby. It's like kind of a weird look at first. He doesn't go to his full form. He's like this odd... Yeah. Did you know who was in that evil baby outfit?
No.
It's Mini-Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vernon. I forgot the actor's name.
Troyer. Vernon Troyer.
Vern Troyer. Yeah. R.I.P. Yeah. The baby Djinn offers to take away the injured Josh's pain if he wishes it. Josh says yes, and this triggers the Djinn to grow as Alex sees visions of this exchange. Alex rushes to the lab only to find Josh dead. She runs into Lieutenant Nathanson, played by...
Oh, I don't remember this one.
Rico Ross, a.k.a. Frost from Aliens.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, it's Frost. Right. Yeah. Guess she didn't like the cornbread neither. That's the only line I remember. Frost. That's the only. Frost. He doesn't have many lines in Aliens. That's the only thing I remember. Hey, I caught him. I was like, yeah, you're Frost. I recognize you. Cut to a pharmacist telling a homeless man to fuck off and get away from the front of his store. A scene that I know only too well.
Look, how many times I gotta tell you?
Hey, you left customers in there. That's not a good way to run a business.
Don't tell me how to run my business. You're a fucking bum.
Well, you don't tell me how to run my life. You're a fucking prick. I'll talk to anybody I want to. You don't own this fucking sidewalk.
You wanna know something? I do own this fucking sidewalk. You wanna know why? Because I pay fucking taxes.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you!
Yeah.
With my store.
Yeah, you do this all the time.
This is a problem that I can relate to so well, unfortunately.
Your pharmacist is also a cameo as well.
The pharmacist is played by...
I got his name here somewhere, but you probably have it.
Reggie Bannister.
Yep.
Reggie Bannister, also from the Phantasm series. He's actually probably the main guy in the Phantasm movies. Yeah.
He's also now a 2-time Slash Cinema, because he was also in Silent Night, Deadly Night 4.
That's right. 2-time Slash Cinema alumni.
We're gonna do the racking them up.
Are we gonna do the Slashy Awards at some point? The Slashies.
We are now.
That's right. The bum in the scene. Did you catch that bum?
He plays a bum all the time.
Most notably in Back to the Future. Yeah. That's that bum.
Yeah.
It's not just any bum, Mark. He's Hollywood's
he's
bum.
Royalty.
That's royal.
He's bum royalty.
Yeah, bum royalty. The bum runs into the Djinn, who offers to kill the pharmacist. The bum wishes for the man to get cancer and die, giving Alex another vision and us another cameo. The pharmacist customer is played by... There's no way you got this one.
I'm trying to picture the scene, but I can't remember him.
Peter Liapis, or Liepis, I don't know how you pronounce it. He's one of the main characters in the Ghoulies franchise.
Oh, okay.
A preview of a Slash Cinema episode to come in the future. In the far off future, we'll talk about the Ghoulies movies. Later, Alex is hanging at home with Shannon from the auction house, revealed to be her sister. We also learn Alex is troubled and has trauma from a childhood fire that killed their parents, and she's also fucked up from Josh's death, of course. Yep. Alex begins her own investigation and tracks down the dock worker who originally sold the piece. He leads Alex to Mr. Beaumont. Mr. Beaumont then points her to another woman for information. Meanwhile, the Djinn raids a morgue and strips a body of its face, allowing him to take his human form, played by Andrew Divoff. Andrew Divoff is the fucking man. And we're going to get to this, but he is so good in this fucking role. Right. Yeah, I fucking love this guy.
He's just a villain, a classic villain, head to toe.
He was
everything he plays. Yeah,
he's just made to play a movie monster. Yep. And yeah, he kills it in this role. Alex then visits Professor Derleth, which I was surprised. I didn't catch her from anything. I thought for sure, I was like, you got to be in something. You're in a horror movie, right? No, I didn't. Yeah.
Who, the lady that she
the
goes
professor,
to see?
yeah.
She's done a lot of movie work.
Yeah,
but
but not horror.
Yeah.
That should have been Heather Langenkamp. Well, because Wes Craven was involved with this. Wes Craven was a producer on this.
Yeah.
So, that
Why not?
That would have been a perfect role for Langenkamp. The professor reveals that djinns are evil and want only to conquer the world. Alex then does some research and tells us through literal narration the rules for this movie.
The djinn, once freed, can use the stone to bring forth his race to our reality and overwhelm humanity. But the djinn must first charge the stone by gathering the souls of humans who have had a single wish granted. He must then activate it by finding the human who woke him into this world and granting him 3 wishes.
He'll grant you your wish, but in a twisted way that fucks you over somehow.
Sure.
It's like a monkey's paw.
Yep.
And he has to grant wishes to power up the gem or jewel. And then he has to activate the gem by granting 3 wishes to whoever awoke him in the first place. Which they have a term for that later in the series. It's like the waker. The waker. The waker. That's what it is. So the djinn has to make a bunch of wishes, kill a bunch of people, collect their souls, which powers up the gem. He then has to go to Alex, who is the waker, and then make her grant.
Yeah, I'm glad you're bringing this up because I have this as a big question mark.
There's all kinds of issues because every entry they fuck with this lore.
They change it all around.
Every time. He then claims the souls of... Oh, yeah. So that's literally the next thing that happens is everyone that the djinn granted a wish to, he then takes their souls.
Yep.
Which powers up the djinn, or the powers up the gem. What follows is the djinn trying to trick Alex into asking for 3 wishes in a battle of wits. Alex's first wish is to know what the djinn is, trapping her in the gem for plot convenience. So then she has to wish herself free for her second wish. So that was pointless. Mr. Beaumont throws a swanky party and wishes to the djinn for it to be remembered for decades, causing all hell to break loose in an effects spectacle that'll make you wish the movie will never end. That is the plot of Wishmaster 1. There's a lot of ways we can go on this one.
Yeah.
Have you seen this movie before?
Yes. I had watched this one previously.
Had you seen the other ones?
No, I thought I had, but when I watched them for this show, I realized I hadn't. So there was a real Mandela effect here. I thought I had seen them, but I hadn't. Yeah.
I'm in the exact same boat. I only saw the first one and I went,
Yeah.
I watched this back in like I saw this like 12, 15 years ago and I just went, meh, it's okay. Yeah. I don't think there's things I like in this. I don't think this movie does anything spectacular except for maybe one thing. And I don't think it does anything bad. It's just kind of meh. It's like a solid 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah. I think it's a love letter to 70s and 80s horror movies, but on its own, it doesn't really, it's not a terrific movie, but it's pretty good. Like I wasn't disappointed having to watch it a second time.
No, it was okay. Yeah.
I think if you had made
it's not a slog.
I think if you had made this movie 10, 15 years earlier, we might have seen a bigger it turn into a full franchise.
Well, I have opinions of why this franchise doesn't take off. I want to start off. Let's talk about Andrew Divoff because he is this movie.
Yep.
He is this movie. Before we talk about specifically his human look, I want to talk about, this is partly why I think this franchise didn't take off, the djinn's look. How do you feel about like when he's in the djinn
when
form?
He's like monster form.
Yeah.
Right?
What did you think about that look?
I liked it. I mean, I liked him with the cloak on. Like he's just like a little bit more menacing. Like they do a very good job of making this character somewhat frightful. Like he's not scary in a, oh my God, I'm going to be thinking about this and staying up at night.
He's menacing.
But he is menacing.
He's quietly menacing. Yeah. I don't like the look.
No.
Does this read evil genie to you? Because it doesn't to me.
No, but I think this is another one of the points you have. A lot of what this movie is a special effects demonstration.
It is, for sure.
So,
and we'll get to that. But I want specifically the design for the Djinn in Wishmaster, I think is part of the reason this franchise doesn't take off.
You wish to know what I am? Do you? I am this. The cry of the abandoned child. The whimper of the whipped beast. I am the face that stares back at you from the shadowed mirror.
You can't market that look.
It's
I've got the action figure over there that McFarlane did years ago. And that's, believe it or not, that's the only figure that I know of that exists for that character.
Yeah, it's not that Justin didn't have or couldn't find others. There isn't any others. It's this one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. There's no Funko Pop.
Yeah.
There's like, I mean, not yet. But like, that design, it's kind of ugly.
Yeah.
And to me, it doesn't read evil. Like when I say to you evil genie, it's really hard. It's like, what does that exactly look like, right? That to me reads alien.
Yeah.
He looks like a bug alien.
But he wasn't going to look like you though.
No, but I think that design needed to be retooled. I don't think that design succeeds. I think it hurts the marketability of this franchise, and that's part of the problem. That's not a marketable character.
Yeah. I think he's actually better in his human form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Andrew Divoff, when he's the human version, that's when he's the most interesting.
Yeah.
I almost wonder, like, was there a way to just kind of do some makeup on him where he kind of turns a little demonic, but he still kind of has the business suit kind of look? That is just, you know what that looks like? It looks like a Power Rangers villain.
Yeah, it's a little
He's like
too much.
Ivan Ooze or something. Like, you get that reference? Like, he just doesn't.
Yeah.
It reads alienoid. It reads bug. It doesn't read mystical creature to me. And that's not an easy thing to design, but they didn't pull it off, and I think that's what hurts this franchise.
Yeah, I think it's a little. It's just so complex that it becomes a bit goofy. But I also think that they wanted to show that underneath the human-looking Andrew Divoff version, there is this real monster sort of lurking underneath, right? I don't think they needed to go as far with it as they did.
Yeah,
but I'm okay with it.
I don't dig the design, but Andrew Divoff fucking kills it.
Yeah,
his smile.
I was just gonna say that little grin that he has.
That evil fucking grin and that chin just carries this movie. He is so charismatic. Like he's got so much charisma, and he's just so like you can't take your eyes off him when he's on screen.
Yeah.
Like natural born screen presence, man.
Wow.
I'm glad you approve.
Do you want to try something else? A different style, maybe? Tighter?
Oh, no. Don't like feeling confined. Had enough of that.
Okay, then.
I had to break one of my rules where I don't sort of check out any other material in preparation because I wanted to see what is this guy like when he's not in this movie. And apparently he's like the sweetest guy in the world. Yeah, and he's super smart. He knows like 7 or 8 languages, and he's just like a really nice guy. You can talk to him and he'll just like tell you great stories. And I think that just really accentuates his character too, because knowing that in real life, he's just like the greatest guy of all time. And then to see him here where he just literally looks menacing and evil just really adds to the impact.
Just like John Franklin, when we just talked about like Isaac from Children of the Corn, some people are just born with natural, like you just are the role.
Yeah.
His voice is just perfect.
Right.
I wonder if I could ask your help.
I'm looking for Alexandra Amberson.
Alec, she was off today. I asked you who you were.
Someone she's expecting. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to give me her home address.
Wait a minute. If she knows you, how come you don't have her address?
I said she's expecting me. I didn't say she knows me.
Oh, well, in that case, maybe you better email her because I can't give you her address. You understand?
Perfectly. Would you happen to know where she is right now?
Yes, I would.
Would you tell me?
No, I wouldn't.
That fucking like buttery, beautiful voice of fucking the Wishmaster, that deep voice that he's got. It's just so good for this character, right?
Yeah.
Like he reads as evil mischief maker, right? Like, it's great.
His ability, because he knows so many languages, he knows different accents as well. He can kind of blend them. So his voice almost sounds otherworldly or from a distant land, just because of the way that he's able to sort of say his lines, but just not read them straight. He's reading them with like an accent that he's almost created for the role. It's fantastic.
So I want to compare him to, there's another franchise that I was thinking about a lot when I was watching these Wishmaster movies. He reminds me of Leprechaun. They're very similar kind of ideas, because especially in Leprechaun 3, where he grants wishes, right? Leprechaun is killing you with magic.
Yeah.
That's what Wishmaster is the exact same thing, man. And especially when the series, like in the first one, he's played pretty straight, but he has some one-liners. But then he gets a lot, as the series progresses, he gets a lot of one-liners. That we talked about Leprechaun at one point was going to cross over with Candyman. Leprechaun should have crossed over with Wishmaster. Yeah. They are so similar. They have similar lores, and they have like all the powers.
They're kind of two sides of the same coin. But Wishmaster is more of the serious side. Leprechaun is more of the goofy.
But sometimes
side.
Leprechaun is the serious side too, especially with like my favorite entry, Back to the Hood. Like, so you can play it straight. Yep. I think that was a ripe opportunity for crossover. So like, something there. We talk about different types of slashers, right? Like the different, you got like the silent type, the quippers, the magic. So the Djinn, the Wishmaster, he's just like Leprechaun. He's killing you with powers. He's exactly like Michael Myers. He's got powers and he is a supernatural being.
Get the hell out of here.
What? I don't understand that's a direct connection. What are you talking about? Yeah. Just like Michael Myers, the magician.
You're off the show.
Yeah.
Your show. You're off your show.
Mark hates it. Mark hates me bringing up supernatural shit with his favorite slasher bones.
Right.
Yeah, Michael had powers, buddy. He was a magician.
They both worship the holiday. What was that?
Samhain.
The Samhain.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, they're both Samhain. Yes, that's it. Michael. Michael also has magic powers. Yeah.
Do they all wear masks that can?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. The whole way that the way they create the character lore though is like, oh, he's got a gem and he needs to power the gem. And I understand why they did this because they ruined this in the later movies. But in the first one, they leave this vague where they're like, okay, in order to fulfill the prophecy, before he can bug the Waker to grant your 3 wishes or to make your 3 wishes, he needs to power up the gem, which means he needs to run around and just kill a bunch of people with elaborate wishes.
Yep. Yeah.
That's fun. That breeds a fun plot, Yeah,
I mean, you can imagine that when they were writing the movie, they were kind of stuck because it's like, okay, he needs to grant the 3 wishes of the Waker so that he can actually bring himself into the real world with all of his powerful buddies. But then he's only really focused on one person.
The movie would get boring.
Yeah. So how can we let him wreak havoc on anyone that he meets? Well, we need to tie in, I don't know, he needs to collect a certain number of souls so he can sort of charge himself up.
Yeah.
And then the first one, I think he only needs to get like 8 or 10 souls.
Oh, they don't say a number.
Okay.
They just say it has to be powered up.
Sure.
No, you're thinking of 2. Yeah, 2.
Yeah. And then they go way.
Don't hold that. But yeah. I do think this is my number 1 criticism of the entire franchise. And they made one of the dumbest decisions that would haunt them throughout all of these movies. Mark, what does a wish sound like?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to get into this now?
Let's get into it right now. Mark.
Yeah.
Can I grant a wish for you, buddy? Would you make a wish for me real quick? Yeah. What just any wish you want.
I wish that our show would become the greatest show on YouTube.
Oh, sure. Done. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. Look at all the views we got all of a sudden. Look at all these
Thank you, faithful
Thanks,
viewer.
Guys. Yeah. I can't make that wish happen.
No. Nobody could make that wish happen.
Oh, no, there's somebody. And it's an AI algorithm, and it does not like us.
You don't pay enough for that.
No. Notice the key word you used there?
Yeah.
What was that word, Mark?
The wish.
Oh, wish. Oh, right. It's because when you're making a wish, you usually say, I wish for blank.
Yeah.
But in these movies, that's not a rule.
Would you like it to be 100 times as valuable?
Would I like it to be 100 times more valuable? Yes.
This is the thing that they fucked up. They needed to have the trigger be the word wish, because it would have clarified, because there are so many instances where somebody says a thing and the Djinn goes, done.
Well, that's close enough.
That's close enough. And it's like, that's not a wish.
Yeah.
That's just someone talking. That's just, no. It would have been so simple to just go, unless somebody uses that keyword, which is not like it's not like wish is a word that no one would ever say. If you could just goat somebody into, like exactly what I just did there, right? Like, it's not a stretch that he could goat people into be like, man, I wish I was taller. Like, you know, that's a very common phrase. So when you don't have that keyword, all of these wishes are so ambiguous, and there is some dog shit exchanges that I don't feel anyone made a wish. I don't think they counted.
They don't count.
No, they don't count. So they're breaking their own logic here.
I totally agree with you. I think because they didn't stick to something as like a hard rule, like what you're saying, there's too much flexibility in what counts as a wish and what doesn't. But I think on the flip side of that, though, they were probably like, man, it's going to seem really ham-fisted if every single time we interact with the character, we force them into saying, I wish for. So I think somewhere between what you're looking for and what we ended up with, there is a middle ground to be a little bit more defined with what I don't think that they always have to say, I wish for this, but I think it needs to be a little bit more than, that sounds like something that you'd like, so I'm going to spin this major tale and grant you something that you weren't even really asking for, right? Like, no, I definitely agree with you. I understand why they probably didn't go with that, as it would have sounded ridiculous if, the 10, 15 times that he interacts with somebody, he's tricking them into saying, I wish that I were beautiful, right? I understand kind of why they did what they did, but I still think that they needed to have a little bit more of a hard and fast rule as to when the wish was a wish and when it wasn't.
Did you catch they break their own logic twice in this movie? There's 2 times. So the lore is supposed to be that the Waker has 3 wishes. So if you woke up the Djinn, then you get 3 wishes. Everyone else only gets how many wishes, Mark? Do you remember? Everyone else gets how many?
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Twice in this movie, he grants 2 wishes to 2 different people. Did you catch this?
Well, he's got the opportunity. He was like, I will give you a bonus wish or a free wish.
No, he can't. He's not supposed to do that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I actually forgot about that. So that's 3 times. You're talking about when he's talking to Alex.
He gives her an extra one.
Yeah, so you're right. So they break up the logic multiple times.
Yeah.
The first time he does it is the Kane Hodder encounter, the security guard.
Right.
We get it. So there's a cameo with Kane Hodder. So the Djinn goes to where Alex. It's not even where Alex works, but he's trying to figure out where Alex. He's trying to get information on Alex because Alex works with this auction house. Kane Hodder's a security guard, and Kane Hodder's like, "Fuck off, man." And then the Djinn's like trying to goad him into making a wish, and then Kane Hodder's like, "Man, I wish you would just leave." And then the Djinn, that apparently counted as a wish, and the Djinn is like trying to fight it, and he's like walking away stiffly, being like, "No, I can't leave. I have to get in there." And then Kanar's like, well, the only way you're getting in here is through me, and I'd love to see that. Right. And then he's like, done.
I want you to leave.
No. I have to get inside.
Well, now you'd have to go through me. And that is something I would love to see.
That's
not a wish. And even if it was, that's 2.
His first one should have wished him away.
That's it.
And I really liked that, actually. I liked when he was like, my own power is working against me, and he was forced out.
Right.
But then he immediately was able to, I'm like, you had such a cool opportunity to, some of the cool, one of the coolest things about him is that there is a weakness here, right? He is
bound by what your wish is.
His power, surprisingly, as robust as it is also kind of limited.
It's a double-edged sword.
If you don't wish for something, or at least ask for something, that's the only way he can manifest his power, right? So if you utilize his power against him, he can't do anything about that. And I thought that scene was going to be great. I thought he was just going to walk out and he wasn't going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, and that plan backfired. No, they ruin it. Yeah. And then the second time they ruin it is he talks to Nick, the one guy who works in the auction house, who's like in the back, and he's like, "Oh, isn't there something I can do for you?" And he's like, "Yeah, you could make this more valuable." And then the Djinn turns, like he's holding like this pot or something, turns it to solid gold, and then now suddenly it's got like diamonds in it. And he's like, "Holy shit!" And then he's like, "Well, maybe we can make another trade." And then he asks for $1 million. That's another wish.
Right.
That's a second fucking wish. Come on, Wishmaster. Come on, man. You're better than this, right? Come on. What we're like, this series doesn't give a fuck about its rules, but it's to its detriment. That's a huge fucking problem. If this is the first one and you're already you're playing fucky with the rules this much, and it gave license to the sequels to do the same thing.
Just do whatever they felt like.
Yeah, because there was no consistency anyways.
Yeah, we talk about, in some of the franchises we've watched already, that sometimes the rules that these movies set up for themselves can be really limiting and almost hinder the plot and the storytelling. You had a real opportunity here, I think, to really set this franchise or this movie in particular apart, but they just, there's a creative space that you could have taken advantage of here, and they just kind of missed the opportunity. My biggest disappointment here is that if you're a writer on a movie like this and they say, okay, you have an opportunity to create some really interesting exchanges between the Djinn and the people that he's dealing with, where they wish for something and it's a real monkey's paw. They're going to get what they asked for, but not the way that they expected. Now, go, Mr. and Mrs. Writer, go nuts with that.
Be creative.
They had so much creative space to come up with these really interesting, ironic kills.
And they don't.
No,
I would argue the Leprechaun movies almost do it better.
Right.
Where they had more of a tongue-in-cheek.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I want your pot of gold, and then it appears in his stomach.
It's like, you're going to get my pot of gold,
not where you want
not
it.
the way that you were hoping for. Yeah.
I want to touch on one of the wishes here. Some of these are fun. So, like, the wish where Nick's like, $1 million? And he's like, done. And then it cuts to Nick's mom taking out a life insurance policy for $1 million. And then she gets on a plane and the plane just explodes. That was clever.
Yeah.
That's how you do that. That's a clever little fun payoff.
It might be the one monkey's paw death.
In the whole
franchise.
I don't know about the whole franchise, but in the first movie for sure. Another fun moment. This is another cameo. Fucking Tony Todd is in this movie as well.
I was surprised actually when you were doing your plot summary that you didn't raise this.
I can't just do them all. But yeah, Tony Todd has a scene with where he stands up to the Djinn, and this might be, and I don't want to oversell this. This might be one of the greatest moments in horror movie cinema.
Yep.
You have two of the coolest voices in all of horror talking to each other, and it is glorious.
If your name isn't on the list, you don't get in. Yeah. I've dealt with your type before. Mister, you never even met my type before.
I am going through that door, and you will not stop me. Is that perfectly clear, doorman?
Door? The name is Valentine. Johnny Valentine. You remember that when they asked how you lost your eye?
It's Tony Todd in all of his Tony Toddness.
And Andrew Devoff. And those two fucking deep, sultry voices.
Rasping each other.
Oh, it's so... their exchange is just like... I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah. No, that was so fucking cool. Speaking of wishes, let's talk about the effects. I mean, this is the big thing here.
Yeah.
Do you know who directed this?
It was one of the KNB guys. I'm trying to remember which one.
Robert Kurtzman. Robert Kurtzman
the
directed
K in
this.
KNB.
Yeah, Robert Kurtzman, obviously an industry vet when it came to practical effects work in movies. If you're gonna watch one of these, the first one is the best use of this. It's the best example of this. This is a showcase of special effects.
Yeah, that opening scene in particular is just
the opening scene there's so much going on here where like, I think the Sultan's wish is like, show me, woo me with your magic abilities, Djinn. So then the Djinn, like that's such an open-ended wish. So the Djinn just goes insane and massacres everybody. And we get like, there's people that have burns. There's a tree person. There's a type of chest burster coming out of the one guy. I think the coolest shot in this whole sequence, a man's skeleton rips out of his fucking body. Yeah. What a fucking cool effect.
They definitely led strong. Yeah.
What a fucking opening. Yeah. There is a snake man in this opening that looks like, here's a deep cut. There's a snake man that looks like the snake man from the schlocky cult horror film S. Shout out to Kevin and OGs of the channel who remember the Retro Goons episode where we tackled that fucking film.
Is this the first time you'll ever clip your own previous episode? Like, is that?
No, I'm just going to show you the poster. No, you don't need to see a scene of it. But this opening is just, there's just such, it's like an effects spectacle and it's mostly practical.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, you know, if you're listening to us, I mean, Justin's probably put some clips from that opening scene in the show, but it probably doesn't take it's probably not grabbing your attention hearing us talk about this because this is so commonplace now to be able to use special effects, like computer graphics and, 3D effects to just do a lot of this stuff. They did all of this practically. And that's one of the great things about this movie is that, the K&B guys, Kurtzman, Nicotero, Berger, like, this is what they do. They do special effects. They do actual physical special effects. And the whole movie is I don't know if there's any.
Showcase.
Yeah.
So actually there is some CGI.
Yeah.
So this movie comes out at an interesting time. It's 97. It's right when the early CGI, the shit CGI is starting now. And, they didn't have that Jurassic Park money to do some good CGI. So it's right when the early crappy CGI starting. There's a few shots of it, not a lot.
Yeah.
But it's actually interesting that a 97 film has so much practical effects.
Yeah.
That's the surprising thing. Like for a late 90s movie to have so much really good practical effects work, the scenes, like specifically like the first scene, the opening, that end scene, the third act at that party is fucking awesome.
Yep.
You know what it reminded me of? The club scene in Hellraiser 3. Yeah. It's so similar where everybody's just getting torn apart.
Eviscerated.
It's just fucking awesome. Yep. The stone men come to life. He's like the statues. Yeah. What a cool effect.
Yep.
And it's very convincing.
And they don't look like guys in costumes.
No, it looks like stone people.
Like statues that have come to life.
Yeah. And they have like the cool little scene where like they kill the security guys that are trying to shoot them with guns. It's like, this is awesome. Yeah. At one point there's a painting of Jack the Ripper and Jack the Ripper just comes to life and just starts stabbing a guy. Yeah. Fun.
Yeah.
Fun, man. Yep. This is why you watch this movie.
Yep.
Again, it's not a bad movie. It's not an amazing movie, but it's fun and it does some things really well. This is what it does
normally
really well.
the effects let down the story and the plot. I think this movie is the other way around, right? Like they just didn't have a story good enough to sort of live up to the expectations that they set out with their visual effects. So, I mean, which is not the worst thing in the world, right? It's definitely a cool spectacle. Like go and see it at least for that, right? Yeah.
Mark, is there anything in particular you want to talk about? I only have one more thing to talk about.
Another strange cameo for you.
Oh, please.
Scored by Harry Manfredini.
Yes, I did forget to mention that. Yeah, that's an odd one too. Yeah. This is the most horror cameos.
Like it's literally an all-stars.
It's crazy.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
You got Candyman, the Tall Man, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees,
Evil Dead. Because you've got
but not Ash. But I was trying to go for like the
big
faces,
ones,
the faces in this movie. I don't think there's any other. I don't think I missed any. But like 4 of the biggest horror icons of all time. Like I'm surprised Warwick Davis wasn't at that party. Just why not?
To be there,
right?
And then
crazy
below that. Just a smattering of just anyone who's ever been in a horror movie.
Also, I think Tom Savini is in one shot in the pharmacy as well.
Possibly,
I think as well. Yeah. Yep. So
I got a question for you. Did you like that?
All the horror people?
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
So
I don't think any of them are bad.
No. It's great. It's great. But I did find at one point that it starts to get a little distracting because...
Well, only if you know who those people are.
Sure, but if you don't know who they are, then there's no point in having them in there, right? So I get the sense that with a movie like this, it's kind of a love letter to fans who have been fans of movies like this for generations, right? So like if you're 17 years old and you're watching The Wishmaster, you're right, you're not going to know who any of these people are. So you're just going to be watching a movie with some cool effects and a half decent story, right? I think this movie was really made for someone like us who knows who all of these people are. The problem with it, though, is that every scene has somebody or something that
you're like,
references.
oh shit, it's Reggie Bannister.
And at first it's great, but eventually it's just like, okay, this is a little bit too much. So I wanted to ask you, like, did you find that it distracted you?
I disagree with you, and I'll tell you why. The way they use them is the way you should use them, which is just is Robert Englund in this movie acting like Freddy Krueger?
No, he's not.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Is Kane Hodder acting like Jason?
No, he's almost kind of goofy in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That if you're gonna do cameos, just make them a random character and then make them act. Don't make a character that's similar to what they're known for.
Yeah.
That's why the Expendables movies fucking suck.
Because they're basically just playing themselves.
They're playing themselves.
Yeah.
And they're hamming it up of like, yeah, it's Arnold and he's known for being in the jungle from Predator. So they have a joke about that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, cut all that crap. Just have him be a character. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the way to do it. It's just have them be characters.
Yeah.
Don't have them be anything like what they're known for.
It definitely wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, I'm not... It wasn't something
like
that
it wasn't like the Djinn came up to Tony Todd and Tony Todd was like, "Do you need some candy, man?" Like, you know what I mean? Like there was nothing on the nose.
He didn't go up to Robert Englund and be like, "Oh, this is such a nightmare of a party," or
and then he does like a look or something. Yeah, no, they never break the fourth wall like that, right?
And I wasn't. It wasn't like I sitting there going, "Oh, this is awful." I remember thinking at the time, I'm like, I should ask Justin to see what he. Because this is a question about, fan service in particular, like fan service is kind of nice when used in small measures, but if there's too much, it can almost pull you out of the movie. And I'm with you. I don't think it necessarily did that, but there is a lot of it in this movie.
Fair enough.
I think they balanced it well.
I think they did it right.
Yeah.
I think they did it right. If you're going to do it, this is the way to do it. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Alex, our protagonist.
Okay.
Because I love talking about the protagonist.
Yep.
What did you think of her? Yeah, anytime you got to start with a sigh.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think the series has any good protagonists. I'm going to throw that out there. I think they're all weak.
But the problem is it's tough to do. Like, how do you stand out against somebody like Andrew Divoff? You're not supposed to. You're not going to. Right?
No, I know. You're right. Yeah, you could write it better. You can write a better character.
Yeah.
I don't think she does. I don't think she's particularly bad. I think she's bland.
Yeah.
But I have a question for you. And this kind of sets the tone of Alex. Mark, what was Alex's job?
I think her job was to, she works in the auction house.
Well, she doesn't work in the auction house.
She's like a scientist or something. Isn't she there to
No, keep going. No, what was her job?
So her job is to be able to analyze.
To be clear, she does not work in the auction house.
Sure.
She works on her own. The auction house uses her
contract
abilities.
her to.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Her sister works in the auction house.
Yeah.
So again, what was Alex's job?
I don't know. She's like a paleontologist. I don't know. Somebody that studies.
You're actually pretty
societies.
close.
Yeah.
I literally was reminded of. Have you ever watched the sketch show? I think you should leave.
No.
Okay. There is a sketch. Anyone that knows this show, there's a famous sketch. It's like the tables sketch. Have you ever seen this clip?
No.
It's Driver's Ed, and I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but there's a woman in the clip, and everyone is trying to figure out what her actual job is, and all they have is these like cryptic clues.
Okay.
And that's what I was feeling like her, where I'm like, what do you do? Why are you so like, she has a generic office with like books and a bunch of artifacts and a computer, but then she also has microscopes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
she studies like antiquities.
Okay. And then, she
Did you? I didn't struggle quite this bad as you did.
I gave so much. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so she's some sort of appraiser or something. Yeah. But then when she gets the gem, she can't analyze enough. So then she takes it to Josh. So I'm like, you can't do the thing that you're supposed to do. So I actually asked Google AI to tell me what the fuck was Alex's job in Wishmaster. She was an art appraiser.
That doesn't go far enough to describe.
That's what she was. She was an art appraiser. And so she worked closely with auction houses.
Yeah.
Which explains why she had to go to Josh. Oh, I asked AI, what was Josh's occupation? Josh, do you know what it was, Mark?
No, I have no idea.
Because, I mean, he also has like a lab that he's working at. And he's got like lasers and shit. He was a geophysicist.
Oh, okay.
So literally.
I didn't even know that was a job.
Literally the exact 2 occupations you need for the plot to happen.
Yep.
It's like, oh, we have this weird ancient mystical artifact. Oh, take it to the art appraiser. She's going to know what it is. Yep. Oh, she doesn't know what it is. Oh, no problem. She's got a friend who can analyze minerals.
There's something inside of it?
Right.
I don't know. I'm no gemologist.
Yeah, you know what?
So it exists for the plot.
I give them a bit of a free pass on that because the alternative is if they don't have jobs that would give them either access or prior knowledge to what some of these things might be, then you run into the situation that you had in Leprechaun or that you had in Children of the Corn where someone has to just kind of stumble upon a book that just conveniently spells it all out.
Well, but I mean, all the other entries,
right?
She's not right. Like, there's no.
So at least they tried their best to explain why this person. It also explains why she would come into contact with it and be the one to awaken him, right?
Yeah.
You know, she has a job where these types of items she would cross paths with those, right? So
I do appreciate the fact that she's a proactive character in that, like, okay, so she starts having visions and she knows something's going on. She knows there's some weirdness happening, so she starts studying up.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that she would be able to effectively research this shit because she's not Joe Blow. She studies artifacts for a living.
And that she would believe in this stuff because you wouldn't study something like that as much as she does.
She might be more open to the supernatural, unlike Mark Skews.
I'm not open to it whatsoever.
Magician Michael Myers. my buddy Magic Mike. I want to see a poster of that. Can I please get a Magic Mike poster?
Why couldn't it have just been you the whole time? Part 2.
Magic Mike. The whole visions thing with Alex, though, man, does that get fucking old.
They always do.
It's so stop visions. Yeah. In this one, it's like, okay, these visions make sense because normally in a horror film, it's like we've said so many times, who gets visions?
At least in this movie, the magic of the Djinn is
giving her the vision. She's not just coincidentally having visions. Yeah. It's the gem influencing her, and all of these movies do this, right? Yeah. But the only reason these visions exist is so that it propels Alex to then research what is happening to her. Because if they didn't have these visions, Alex would just be living her normal life, and then all of a sudden she'd just run into the Djinn and be like, oh, who the fuck are you? Yeah.
It gives her a reason to seek him out rather than him having to terminate her and, find her in the phone book and hunt her down, right? Which he's still trying to do, right? But at least this way it brings the two of them together rather than him just chasing her and her unknowingly knowing that he's coming after her.
It's interesting. The Djinn and Alex do not come face to face until almost 1 hour into the runtime.
Yep.
It is most of the movie is him running around and her doing her little research shit, right?
Yep.
I honestly think a better way of doing it would have been the Djinn just finds her immediately, like at the 30-40 minute mark, and then the gauntlet's been put down. That, to me, instead of the vision shit, I would have rather he just dropped the gauntlet right off the bat and was like, all right, I'm coming for you, and this is your situation. And then Alex is trying to figure a way out of this box.
Yep.
And then also the Djinn could have just been like going after people around her, which it kind of does at the end anyways, because the whole thing is like her sister.
With her sister in the fire.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe that was a better way of doing it.
And then you can almost make it like a race because like he's trying to collect his souls. You're trying to figure out how to stop him. You're almost actively kind of avoiding each other until the final. Whereas what we got was
The two paths don't cross.
Well, and I think they did that because they needed to give him time to collect it. Because if he finds her right away and grants her 3 wishes, but he doesn't have the requisite number of souls that he's collected, then what happens? Like, does he just, it doesn't count or it doesn't work? And I think they didn't want to have to face that situation. So they kind of had to keep them apart, give him the opportunity to, slay a bunch of people, and then bring them together once he grants her 3 wishes, he can actually do his thing, right?
I think the most interesting part of this movie is the battle of wits at the end. Because the whole thing is like, okay, he needs you, the Waker, the Djinn needs Alex to make her 3 wishes. Yep. If he doesn't make the 3 wishes, the prophecy is not fulfilled, which that whole prophecy thing can fuck right off. And every entry has a different interpretation of what the prophecy is. But so the Djinn can't do his job unless you make your fucking 3 wishes. He can pressure you a bit and he can try to scare you and he can threaten your loved ones. Yep. But ultimately, unless you make those wishes, ain't nothing happening. Yeah. Ain't no doorway opening, right?
And conversely, you have to figure out a way to use your wishes effectively to defeat him.
Somehow, which that's the most fun part. Yeah. And it's the last time they do this, where the wish was creative. It was a creative way to take out the Djinn. Yep. She's got to come up with something. So the first 2 wishes are kind of just whatever. They're just, they mean nothing. The wish that Alex makes to save the day is she wishes that Mickey Torelli, that's the dock worker that was that cameo role, that Mickey Torelli was not drinking on the job 2 days ago.
I wish.
Wish on, child.
I wish Mickey Torelli hadn't been drinking on the job 2 days ago.
Which retroactively reseals the statue because it never was dropped because the crate never fell, which means Ted Raimi didn't die either. And that also means that Josh never died and Alex and him can be together.
She finally realizes that she should just
go for it.
Be with the nice guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have anything else to say about Wishmaster. Yeah, it's a little... Alex gets her cute little happy ending.
Yeah.
Although it also is like... Because there's also a little bit of a plot hole there because to me, when Josh died, that's what made Alex realize she had feelings for him because she didn't like a world that he wasn't in her life.
Yeah.
So by him not dying, I don't know that she would get those feelings.
Yeah, like does it kind of reset everything? Like, because then she wouldn't have experienced anything that would have happened.
Oh, and we're about to get to this problem. Yeah. This is about to happen in the next entry. Yeah. Can we move along?
We can.
All right, moving on to our next entry. This is from 1999, Wishmaster 2, Evil Never Dies. This is my number 2. Simple.
Number 3.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
There's only 4 entries.
Yeah. I will say, though, I wanted to put this at 4.
Oh, you really don't like it?
I don't like this movie.
I'm going to put down the gauntlet right now. Yeah. After 1, they're all shit.
Yeah.
And I have a very basic ranking, buddy. Right. It's very basic. Yeah. They all suck.
Top to bottom.
2 is just, it's got a few things where it's got still a little bit of that magic, and it's got Andrew Divoff.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Little bit of trivia. So this is already the first straight to video entry. Only the first Wishmaster was in theaters. Now we're immediately going to straight to video.
Yep.
The alternate title for this movie was going to be Wishmaster 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, now I kind of want to know what that movie would have been. You're full of shit. Oh, you had me excited for a second there. Oh.
You bought that way harder than I was expecting.
Now I'm disappointed. Now I want to see Wishmaster 2.
Mark, bless your old age. Oh. You just had a birthday not long ago, buddy. Bless you.
How many people would love to see that movie?
Wishmaster 2 Electric Boogaloo. Can we get a poster for Wishmaster 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Can I go back and rank that one number one?
I know people don't like the AI generated shit. I got to tell you guys, sorry, I'm having too much fun with it.
You had one in the last episode that had me rolling.
Clink clank, you're dead, buddy. Clink clank, you're dead. I don't know. All right, let's get to the plot of Wishmaster 2. We open with a title card followed by credits over shots of Mr. Beaumont's art collection from part 1, including the Djinn statue, which I appreciate. I always like sequels that are like, no, it's right after.
Yep.
So we're not skipping to a new group. It's like, no, they got to kind of fix this now because the first one ends with everything getting reset. So that gem was never released. It's sitting inside that fucking
Still
statue.
inside the statue.
Yeah, and it's just in Mr. Beaumont. And Robert Englund's still alive. Yep. I mean, he's not in this movie, but I do appreciate the fact that it's like, no, it's actually in his collection.
Yep.
So then we get these masked thieves who break in and attempt to burgle the collection, but they set off an alarm and find themselves in a shootout with the security guards. In the gunfight, a piece of the Djinn statue is blown off, freeing the cursed red jewel inside. Two of the thieves unmask, revealing one as a woman. Her boyfriend, the other thief, is quickly shot by a guard before she shoots the guard herself. He then tells her to leave him behind, and she runs off. A growth then springs out of the gem, revealing the face of the Djinn, who tells Eric, the name of the boyfriend, that he can help him. Eric wishes that he had never been born, and poof, he reverts back to nothingness. But, I mean...
He doesn't just poof, though.
Well, no, he like warps back to a baby and then warps back to nothing. But we already have our first plot inconsistency.
Yeah.
Because if Eric wasn't born, then why was the main girl at that robbery?
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have known each other. Now, they explain why it doesn't affect the Djinn, but we have an inconsistency here.
We're already on thin territory, like
5 minutes in.
Thin ice
like
trying to
5
explain.
minutes in, yeah. We already have a wish that's like,
Yep.
you should have just wrote something else.
Yep.
You shouldn't have, it should have been something that kills him, but not something that makes him not exist.
Yeah. I also don't think that wishing you had never been born does not mean that you de-evolve yourself back from adult to teenager to child to baby.
No, that's exactly what that looks like.
You just never have existed.
Nope, that's exactly what it looks like.
That's how it,
yeah,
okay.
You revert backwards, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looked awful, too.
What do you think Benjamin Button did?
Right,
That's exactly.
right.
If you speed up Benjamin Button, it looks like that effect.
Right.
That's exactly what it looks
There's
like.
a deleted scene from Benjamin Button where he wishes
where
to be...
where he meets the Wishmaster.
right,
He meets Andrew Divoff. Okay. The successful wish allows the Djinn to regain its full form, and a cop stops and yells at the Djinn, "Freeze!" And the Djinn says, "Done," before freezing him.
Freeze!
Did I hear you say freeze?
Yeah, you're goddamn right. I said freeze!
Done.
That's not a wish.
Nope.
That's not a fucking wish. That's an order.
Yep.
What the hell is that? We're already playing fast and loose with the fucking rules, man. Come on. Like, we're not even 10 minutes in and we have two inconsistencies. So then more cops arrive, but now the Djinn is in his human form, which once again is played by Andrew Divoff. And we then cut to the female thief, Morgana, who is our new lead, our new protagonist for this entry, who's grieving the loss of her boyfriend, Eric, which is strange because she never met Eric.
Now she hasn't.
Yeah, because he was never born, so they never met each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she was crying. It must have been her time of the month. That's why she was crying. No, because why else was she getting so emotional, Mark? It obviously had to be that. It couldn't have been something else. It couldn't have, that's the only, I'm going with what the movie's presenting me, buddy. Yeah, that had to have been it. She's probably having menstrual cramps.
Okay.
Like the really bad kind. She should have wished for that to go away. Anyways, back to the plot. The police question the Djinn, who takes full responsibility for the shootings and the robbery. There's a stupid exchange between him and like the one detective. The detective's like, "Tell me why you did it," and Andrew Divoff's just like smiling, playing coy.
Right.
You got a boyfriend. You got a boyfriend, you slide down, you little faggot, you.
Actually, I don't have any friends.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's kind of a funny exchange. And the Djinn keeps trying to like goat him into making a wish.
Right.
And it's just not going his way. I liked that scene. Morgana sees on the news that the Djinn, now going by the name Nathaniel, has taken the entire rap for the crimes that her crew committed. While in jail, the Djinn wastes no time manipulating a wish to kill another criminal inside, giving Morgana the same visions that Alex had in part 1. Fuck the visions. Visions return. Morgana goes to visit her priest friend Gregory, played by... There's no way you have this.
No, I don't.
Paul Johansson or Johansson. He's mostly known from One Tree Hill, where he is the prominent series bad guy, Dan.
So anytime Justin brings up a character and he wants to make a point of this character, if I don't know who it is, it has to be because it's from one of your...
guilty pleasure
teen melodramas. Yeah,
these are high quality.
Are they
TV shows? Dan, he's such a piece of shit. It's funny too because in One Tree Hill he is such a piece of shit, but in this he's
supposed to be the nice guy.
He's like the simp in this one. Yeah, so it's very funny to see him playing a different role. Right. The Djinn is now in actual prison and quickly makes some new friends, and he blows my mind when he actually calls himself the Wishmaster.
Yo, man, are you tripping? Who the fuck are you?
I'm the Wishmaster. I make wishes come true.
Did you catch this? Yeah. He immediately calls himself this. Morgana continues to be tormented by visions of the Wishmaster, which is what I will be calling him from here on out. That's what the movie calls him. That's what the series calls him. That's his name.
Surprised he didn't go, I'm the Wishmaster, evil never dies. Just go full on out with
hold that thought. You obviously don't remember something that comes up later. Hold that thought. She then does some research on the statue that the gem was inside. Gregory visits her and she reveals everything that happened at the robbery. The Wishmaster makes friends with a fellow inmate named Osip, who offers his services if the Djinn will set him free. Morgana goes to visit the Wishmaster to make sense of the entire situation at only the half-hour mark, which is interesting. Mm-hmm. So I think this was a better way of plot, pacing wise, is don't wait to the end of the movie to have the Wishmaster and the Waker meet each other. It's just do it early on. Yep. To me, that sets more of the it lays down the gauntlet. It's this is what's going on. This is the plot, right? He speaks in riddles to her before teasing it's her destiny to fulfill the prophecy. What else? Freaked out, Morgana does even more research to learn the Wishmaster's goal and speaks to Gregory, who then also proceeds to visit the Wishmaster in prison. And they have an unfriendly talk where Gregory's kind of just back off, man, you evil fuck. And Andrew Divoff's just kind of sitting there smiling.
Just doing his thing, just staring at him.
It's so good, yeah. Gregory does more research, revealing the Wishmaster needs to grant 1,001 wishes before another 3 wishes to the person that woke him, aka the Waker. Why 1,001?
I don't know.
Why that specific number? This was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
And it's coming back.
That number is massive.
And it's fucking stupid. Yep. And it wrecks the third act of this film, this stupid rule.
Yep.
In the first one, they kept it ambiguous. They're he just needs to power up the gem.
Yep.
Don't give us a number. We don't need a number. Maybe it's 2, maybe it's 5, maybe it's 10. Who cares? When you leave it ambiguous, you can have as little or as many kills as you want.
Yep.
But when you go 1,001, you go, damn, we got to get creative on how we could kill that many people. And they try and they fail.
So, but it also means in order to achieve that, you're going to have to start mowing people down, which is never a good position to put yourself into, right?
It's a huge problem. It was a terrible decision. Yep. The Wishmaster then easily escapes prison along with his friend Osip. What follows is Morgana and Gregory teaming up to stop the Wishmaster, who reveals to his Russian friend he still needs 800 more souls. So he makes the leprechaun and heads to a casino. The Wishmaster activates the gem and collects the remaining souls required to power it up before Morgana and him have a final showdown to prevent the prophecy from coming true. Ooh. Oh, wait! The Wishmaster only harvested 200 souls from the casino.
First the run on the house. Now 200 people drop dead all at once?
So he still needs another 600 souls. So forget everything I said. The third act actually never happened.
Never would have happened. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
It's the first time this has ever happened. Yeah, that we have to retcon the entire end of the movie. Didn't happen. Sorry, guys. Didn't happen. Yeah. It's just, that's it.
Don't worry about this movie because
it's done, right? The movie ends right when there's a scene where the guy's like, 200 people died. And this is after the Wishmaster already said he needed 800
more.
So that means he still needs 600. That's actually where the movie ends.
Right.
First the run on the house. Now 200 people drop dead all at once?
Yeah, if you watch the new Blu-ray release, it just cuts right there and it goes right to credits.
It's like the villain failed at doing the thing that he needed to do, so we're done.
He's like, damn it.
Yeah.
That's it. Mark, why did you want to put this so low? Because you had this at 3.
I had this at 4 for the longest time.
But 3 and 4 are real bad.
I eventually... So, we're going to see, when you compare this to the ones that we have coming up, this movie was given so much and still fumbled the ball. Like when you're set up so well after the first one, right? People are interested in this franchise. You've got some great characters, like, the cameos that we had.
You have momentum.
Right. There's something here. There's at least a decent story that you can follow. All you got to do is just not screw it up. And man, did they screw this movie up so badly. I'm always interested to see, after the first entry in a franchise, what does the studio decide to do with it, right? You might not always be able to capture the same lightning in a bottle, but you look at something like Nightmare on Elm Street, they realize we have something here. Let's put some real money behind this.
Let's
try to really,
push this.
Yeah, right. They decided to go the other way and say, okay, let's put nothing behind this and let's just try to capitalize on the people who are expecting us to make something of this franchise, but we're not going to. This movie is so boring at certain points.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think of the prison setting?
I did not think of it. I didn't like it. I think they could have done some cool stuff with this. They just didn't. I said in my notes, they should have called this movie, where do I have it?
Wishmaster 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Either Djinn Goes to Jail or Wishmaster The Discussion. Because there are so many scenes in this movie.
Just talking.
Just people talking.
Yeah. So I didn't mind. I thought the prison setting worked for me sometimes.
Yeah.
There's some fun in the prison stuff. Because, these movies are just schlock anyways. There's some fun dialogue exchanges. The thing that I like about the prison setting is, like, everybody's trying to be Mr. Alpha Dog.
Yeah.
And you have this immortal demon wearing human flesh, but nobody knows that they're actually dealing with like an invincible supernatural being. So everybody's trying to constantly like step to him and like assert their dominance. And Andrew Divoff is so good in these scenes, just smiling menacingly because he knows he could tear all of these people
he knows
apart.
that he's the only one who actually knows he's the real alpha dog.
Yeah, right.
Prison, right.
And you get some funny dialogue exchanges there.
Is that something you'd like?
Yeah. How about your tight little yuppie ass?
No, I'm no yuppie.
Don't fuck with me, bitch! I'll fuck up your life, you cocksucker!
You wouldn't be trying to do any business here, would you, bro?
Just trying to be helpful. Is there something I can help you with, brother?
I'm sure there is. I'll be watching you, Wishmaster. Tinkerbell-looking motherfucker.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I also felt like this movie undid so much of the good work that the first one did, making Andrew Divoff and the Djinn be a menacing, fear-inducing character. He's almost kind of played for laughs in this one. And I know that like
a little bit.
This happens to, if the franchises last long enough, eventually Freddy's going to go MTV and he's going to become more of a more of a caricature of himself than the actual character. But it's the second entry.
Oh, you don't like that he's saying brother?
The
way he's talking, they changed the way he talks, and like he keeps saying like, "What can I do for you, brother?" It's just something about it. Just
and people are kind of pushing. Now I get it. He has to let them push him around, but
he also has to fit into the setting.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like in this one, he was so cool in the first one, and this one he's just kind of a goof.
I disagree. I think he's still got it in this one. I just think the movie lets it down for other reasons. I don't think he lets this. I don't think he's the problem here.
No, I think the movie lets the actor down.
Yes.
They don't give him. There's so much space to do such cool things with him, and they just don't.
So I like the idea with the prison. I think works too, because like you got to try to come up with a setting of like, okay, well, he needs like a feeding ground. Prison's perfect. Because every man in prison wants something.
Yeah.
They all have some little desire, and some of them are the most minor requests too, right? But like, and so I think that's a good like picking ground for him, like hunting ground. So I think that works. And
I think they shot themselves in the foot by even setting up a scenario where he would have to go somewhere like that and start mowing people down.
I like there's this one funny exchange where the one guy makes a request. I don't remember what it is, and he's like, What do I got to give in return? And the Wishmaster's like, your soul.
Your soul.
And a pack of cigarettes.
What's it gonna take?
Your soul. And a pack of cigarettes.
just to make it seem like,
But I find it funny that the Djinn would have to ask for such a petty, simple thing that he could probably manifest, but it's just a funny little thing, right? Like, it's a prison exchange.
I guess he's got to make it seem believable, like something you would ask for.
Well, and they're leaning into the camp.
Yeah, but also, so why lean into the camp? Oh, I was so disappointed that they did that.
I don't know. It didn't bother me as much.
It had every benefit that a movie could possibly be set up with, and yet it still screws it up. And we talk about making movies in earnest. Like if you're a filmmaker and you've got $4 for a budget, but you still put in an effort, I'm going to give you a little bit more credit for this. This movie probably had a bigger budget than some of the remaining movies in the franchise.
Oh, definitely.
And yet they're just like, you had an opportunity, but you just didn't put enough effort into it. I feel like, I don't know.
Well, speaking of the tone, the wishes in this one get real goofy.
Yeah.
We've got this series always has issues with the wishes because the way he interprets some of them are just like, that's not what the guy asked for. So when he first goes to jail, the one first tough guy who tries to, alpha dog him, is like, oh, you can grant me anything? I want to go through those bars and walk out of here.
Yeah.
And then what does the Djinn do? He makes the guy get squished.
He just basically mashes him through the bars, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what he wished for. He said, I want to go through the bars and then walk out. Do you think he's walking out now that he's a pile of like guts and flesh? Like, that's not what he asked for. Well, that's a stretch.
Yeah. And I think you alluded to earlier, probably one of the worst offenses of this when the security guard yells freeze. First, okay,
it's not a wish.
If I'm pointing a gun at you and I tell you to freeze, if you put that into a sentence, it would probably be something like, I want you to freeze. If you are actually the Djinn and you're going to grant that wish, the only way you can interpret that is to freeze yourself. Because that's actually what I've asked for. Sure. I want you to stop. I don't want me to freeze, but he's just like, oh no, you said freeze, so I'm just gonna do what I want with that.
And this movie also fucks that up because in a later scene, so I'm right off the bat, he's just like, oh, you said a word? Okay, done. I'm granting that. Later on, when Gregory goes to like intimidate the Djinn or the Wishmaster in the prison, Gregory's like, stay away from her. And the Djinn goes, is that a wish?
Leave her alone.
Is that your wish?
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, leave her alone.
Oh,
he doesn't have to.
Oh, wait, why are you now worried about that? What? Why now is that a problem? Before you didn't give a fuck.
Yep.
So that's the inconsistencies. And it's this entire series. It's not just two.
Yeah.
All of them have this problem. And that's why I said they needed to have a fucking trigger. There needed to be something so that we can go, okay, he's done it now.
Yeah.
Now the Wishmaster can do something.
There should be enough that the audience watching it is able to go, oh, that's it. He did it. And you know, before he grants the wish, you recognize that it's been granted, right?
Yeah.
Or that it's been wished for.
What did you think of the wish of the lawyer fucking himself?
This is the
so stupid.
Yeah, okay. I'm
so
glad
stupid.
that you have this because
Sorry, go ahead.
This is the moment from this franchise that I would compare to Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 with the garbage day where the entire franchise is kind of defined by this moment.
So I've seen this clip. I have seen this clip out of context, and I just knew it was from a Wishmaster movie because it's so unbelievable that they did something so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, oh, that's where he fucks himself. It's like, okay.
Yeah, the whole thing is like there's another prisoner and he's like he has a shitty lawyer and he's like, man, I wish that lawyer would go fuck himself. And then the Djinn's like, I can grant that for you.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, man? What about my case, man? What about my case, man?
It's a kind of a goofy effect. His like legs like
kind of
wrap around his
behind,
back and then it's just him like getting
just like
it's dumb.
Just in case you didn't make sense of the fact of what is actually happening, they hammer it home by having his legs come up behind his back. And I was like, I don't know if you needed to do that. But again, the whole thing is just silly in a movie.
Even the logistics of that doesn't really make any sense. Like the way they show it, it doesn't really make any sense. It's like, how exactly is he fucking himself? Like it's not.
Well, it's coming around back.
But how? The man has like what?
Oh,
he's got a 13-inch penis.
He's being twisted around.
I guess.
I don't know.
He probably had a giant hog.
That's it.
That's the only way. That's the only way that wish could happen.
Yeah.
If that dude had a micro penis, how's he doing it, Mark?
Yeah.
How do you do it? I guess is the
it's really hard.
As someone from the
I have to wish.
Sorry, buddy.
That's we take him and we give him.
That's exactly it.
I don't know. It's just it's another example of how the franchise very quickly went the silly route, and I guess I was just hoping that they could have maintained a little bit more of the seriousness. You have a character like Andrew Divoff's Djinn. You could do this straight and make this a scary movie, and I think they tried to do that in the first one, but they just completely abandoned it in the second one.
They tweaked the Djinn's look a little bit. Did you catch this? It's like slightly different.
Like the alien
Yeah,
look?
he still looks alien. He still reads alien. He still reads Power Ranger villain.
Yeah.
They just tweaked it a bit. I don't know. He still looks like he's got armor.
Yeah.
It doesn't that design is not good.
Yeah.
I don't know. That needed to change.
I think that overall, the fact that they were not going to have the same level of visual effects in this one, maybe you just make the decision not to make this movie at all, right? Like the first one sets up so many expectations that you would hope the rest of the franchise carries on with, and it just doesn't. And it's such a letdown watching this movie after seeing the first one.
Morgana at one point shoots the Djinn, and did you catch? That's when he says the name of the movie.
Lovely to see you again, Morgana. Did you really think you could kill me? Evil never dies.
Did you miss this?
Oh,
yeah. She shoots the Djinn, and the Djinn like immediately the bullet holes start like sealing, and then he's like,
"Oh, he does do it.
Evil never dies."
Yeah, I'd probably given up by then.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, we go full on like saying, and as I've said before, the best movies say the name of the movie in the title.
100%.
Every time they do, you can go through everything. You can go there. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
They always say it. The Matrix, say The Matrix. Every
right.
good film. Rocky, he says his own name.
Yeah.
Every
I need to have my Shawshank Redemption.
That's exactly it. And they look at the camera too. That's the other thing. If they don't break the fourth wall, it doesn't count.
It never happens.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. Those are the best movies. The movies that name themselves, are the best. They try to explain the Eric loophole. Did you catch this? So at one point, what's her face tries to make a wish. She's like, I wish you would just die or something like that. And he's like, oh.
I can't do that.
Yeah, because a wish cannot change that which is eternal.
Sure.
So which explains why the loophole didn't affect him.
Yeah.
It still doesn't really explain why it didn't affect Morgana.
Yeah.
But I guess if it had affected Morgana, it would have affected him. It's weak.
Yeah.
It's fucking weak. Yeah. I'm surprised you said Andrew Divoff was weaker in this one. I think he's still excellent. He's still got it.
I mean, he's
still, the best part of the movie.
He's still Andrew Divoff. I was more saying like, I wish that they had
see how that works.
Taken
You say the wish
better. That they had utilized him better.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had asked him, if you could go up to him and ask him, be like, hey, dude, this kind of sucks, and he'd be like, yeah, I could do more, and they just didn't give me much.
They tried to do another special effects spectacle at the end, the casino scene, but it's nowhere near as good.
Awful.
It's like, isn't that funny? It's like, how do you fuck that up?
Yeah.
It's like, there's a couple cool shots. I think there's one guy's like head splits open, but it's a pretty bloodless, massacre scene. Like there's a roulette wheel that turns into this like spiked death wheel.
Hate that.
And the spiked death wheel, you'd think I'm like, oh, this is going to shred a bunch of people. No, it like rips the one guy's pant leg and that's it.
Yep. And I also don't like, if you're going to use the environment as the weapon, then use the environment as it is. Like, what's the point of all of a sudden having a roulette wheel that sprouts
Turns
blades
into a thing?
Like, because then you're like, use the roulette wheel, or like use the dice or the chips, or like use.
I don't mind it where they warp
because
that's
then
okay.
Otherwise, why even have it in a casino? Like,
I don't know. I wouldn't have minded if like the snake eyes turned into like actual snake eyes.
Sure. Okay.
Or something
All right.
like
That's kind of cool, right? But there's no blades in a. I don't know. It's just the whole thing.
Maybe not in the casinos you've been to. The real casinos.
Ones.
Yeah. If you start winning, buddy, they activate those fucking. There's always those. Button. They push the button. There's also CGI bugs and a woman farting.
Yeah.
Anytime you have fart sound effects, just
again, the movie has become very silly.
Fart! Like, what are we doing?
Yep.
Like, fuck off.
This isn't a trauma.
No,
movie,
exactly.
Right? So,
you want to talk about Morgana?
I can't stand her.
I will say it was an interesting choice to go for a non-traditional looking female lead.
Sure.
Because like all of the other movies with this, I think this is the only exception. They're pretty much just pretty blonde girls.
Yeah.
And that's usually your lead, is like the pretty blonde girl. Like Alex is a smoke show from one. Morgana is, I wouldn't even call her attractive. She's a very non-traditional, she's got like a punky, edgy look to her.
She looks like Janine Garofalo in a number of scenes.
Sure, but not as good as Janine Garofalo either. I think also Morgana is a stupid fucking name. Don't name your character Morgana.
I think they were trying to give
her
like a
like an ethereal,
like an aged name that
fucking terrible. Yeah, Morgana.
Yeah,
terrible decision. Awful fucking name. She's got like bangs on her forehead.
I just found her very annoying and whiny.
Ladies, bangs never look good. Don't do bangs ever. Just they don't look good.
As an 80s kid, I can tell you, rock the bangs.
No, the bangs are trash.
Yeah, do the bangs.
Never, ever, 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 ever do bangs.
The bigger your hair is.
No, the bigger your hair, yeah, but just get rid of those bangs. Yeah, it's a non-traditional look. It's just an interesting choice. I don't like her as a character. She's kind of whatever. She's just I don't know what she is.
Please don't wish for anything.
That should be easy. Is there a 12-step program for wishaholics?
Yeah. It's called faith.
No. No, I brought him into this world, and I damn well better get him out.
The book says he can only be returned to his own realm by someone who's pure.
All right. So I got a little bit of a problem there. I have to work on it.
I mean, part of the problem is that they have too many scenes in this movie where people just have to talk to each other, and she gets the bulk of those, right? So we're never going to find her character exciting when all she's doing is just talking to the Djinn or talking to the priest guy.
Gregory. Yeah. What did you think of her arc though, where it's like, she's got to purify her soul.
Stupid.
So stupid.
Yep.
So she starts getting like religious and like, so I guess she went down a dark path. Sure. And she was at rock bottom. And this is evidenced by her piercings and rebel look. And so then she starts like going to church and gets all like cleans up her look and gets more PC looking.
That's how easy it is.
And then did you catch at one point she cuts off her pinky?
Right. Yeah.
What the hell is that?
I was going to bring this up. I don't know how much of her finger she cuts off, but it looked like.
I think she cuts off like the whole thing.
I'm like, how?
What?
How does that even make sense?
As someone that was a churchgoer at one point, I don't remember this fucking part of church.
This before.
This seems like something out of the fucking the Church of the Corn, man. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I've heard if you steal, you'll lose a finger. I mean, I guess technically she's a burglar, but I don't think that purifies her. I mean, she shot and killed a guy.
But she fixes that because her final wish, and this is how she defeats the Djinn.
Yeah.
And it's so...
That's lame.
This isn't clever.
Nope.
She wishes that the security guard she shot and killed didn't die. So then, and then you get a shot of him like happy with his family. Okay. Fine. That's honorable.
Yep.
But then that now fully purifies her soul, which is such a vague thing in the first place. And because of that, she now can read a magic text holding the jewel which reseals the Djinn.
Nip, Sugaroth, Bahim. Nip, Sugaroth, Bahim.
What happened to the clever wish that like outsmarts the Djinn? Yeah. Also, what do you think of the pseudo like love interest with Gregory? That was weird.
Yeah. Was it necessary?
Well, it's very strange because so Gregory's a priest. Now, maybe he's the type that can have sex and have a wife. I don't know. But he clearly has feelings for Morgana. They used to date. They were exes. Yeah. But isn't she like pining for Eric who died?
Yeah.
Eric doesn't come back, by the way. She doesn't wish him back.
Yeah, I actually...
This isn't part one where like Josh comes back, so then Alex and Josh get there. She basically ends up with Gregory.
I do kind of like that they made that choice, though.
Really?
Like that they...
I couldn't give a fuck about these characters.
Yeah.
I don't think they have any charisma at all. And I don't think they have any chemistry either. Yeah. Their scenes are just so bland and flat.
Yeah.
And it's clear, every time he comes on, he's just like pining for her and she's just kind of like neutral to him. And I'm like, this is fun to watch. Yeah. This movie fucking drags, man.
Yep.
Fucking drags.
Wishmaster, the discussion.
Mark, what would you have any other points you want to bring up? Anything else you want to talk about? I only have one last thing I want to talk about.
I guess the Djinn can now claim souls from people that he's granted wishes to.
Well, he did that in the first one.
Sure. But I guess I always just assumed, and maybe I was wrong in this, that he had to wait until they died before he could take their soul. No, normally...
No, he didn't do that in the first one.
His wish killed you, so he just took
not
it
all
right
of them,
away.
because remember in the first one, Nick he gives $1 million to, and then it shows him when he's taking the soul, and Nick's just kind of like, oh, so like he didn't kill everyone in the first one.
I guess so. But then why would he grant wishes and then just leave the people? Because there's a scene in this one where he decides he's like, all right, time to collect, and he just shows people all of a sudden doing that, like, I don't know. I just thought it was dumb, like, just take it now. I don't know. Like,
well,
why is he leaving them on?
Okay, so
leaving them in the bank
the
account?
whole soul thing is stupid.
Yeah,
because what is he, fucking Freddy Krueger and fucking Pinhead now? He's trying to collect souls. The souls thing is dumb. I don't think it should be souls. I think it should just be he powers up the gem.
Yep.
Or like you said, maybe you have to die and then he can take your soul after you have died.
Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense. He's immortal anyway, so he has time to wait out your lifespan, right? But like,
I guess
So here's my problem with it, and it's about to happen in an entry coming up where he grants somebody's wish and then just instantly kills them by taking their soul. So what was the point of granting the wish?
Yeah.
How about, here's a wish. You don't get my soul.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to wish for because you're just going to kill me anyways.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was another opportunity to use the lore that you're building to help direct your story, but instead they just decide to blow it all up and not define it. And
there is so much dicking around in this third act where after the Wishmaster and Osip escape out of prison
and they
go back to the Russian mob headquarters, and they're just sitting around and drinking and talking, and Osip introduces the Djinn to his boss, and then there's a Wish there, and it is so much fucking dicking around. And I gave you the Blu-ray to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had the Blu-ray copy. I watched a pirate stream to watch this. Okay. Was there subtitles in the Russian scenes, in the Russian dialogue scenes? Because when I watched it, there weren't no fucking subtitles.
Yeah, I think there were.
So it was unbearable because you just had 10 minutes of them talking in Russian to each other. I'm like, I don't know what any of you are saying, and this is so boring to watch. I'm like, it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that, and like the Wishmaster's getting drunk at the bar. He's like depressed.
See, telling you, man, like this is when you have every advantage and you still trip and fall with your movie. It's worse than if you had no advantage to start with at all. And that's why this one hurts, because the expectation of what you should have been able to do with this should have been higher, and you just didn't. Yeah.
Wishmaster 2, Electric Boogaloo. This podcast is sponsored by the fine folks at Fly By Night Movies, Games, and Toys. Fly By Night Movies, Games, and Toys is your one-stop shop for everything cool and collectible. We are located in the heart of downtown Oshawa. That is Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. If you're looking for movies, video games, and toys, check us out. We are worth the drive. Our next entry from 2001, this is Wishmaster 3, Beyond the Gates of Hell. This is my number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, this is
it's bad.
This sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks. And it could have been okay. There was an opportunity for something, and I'm going to get to it, and they just didn't do that. Yeah. And I went, like they could have done a Ghoulies Go to College.
Yeah, you're back at school with like a group of young people, which is generally a good setup for something
but
like
they
this.
Just botch it. They just botch it completely. A little bit of trivia before I get to the plot. This movie is directed by Chris Angel, the mind freak himself.
I don't think it's him.
Did you know that?
The 3 and 4, I believe. Are
yeah, 3 and 4. Yeah, Chris Angel, the mind freak. Yep.
Yeah.
Little trivia there for you guys. Look it up. It's Chris Angel. Yep. Oh, am I wrong? Does it not say Chris Angel directed this in the credits? It says it, doesn't it?
Justin is technically correct, and being technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The mind freak directed these movies, so he wasn't very good at directing.
No.
Yeah, these aren't very good.
No.
Yeah. It's ironic they got a magician to direct a movie about a guy that does magic, and yet he couldn't quite pull it off. Yeah.
We also, I don't know if you want to leave this in or not, but we didn't talk about the director of the second one, Jack Shoulder, who directed Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Remember, he was the guy who decided, I'll just take...
I didn't realize I missed
He's
that.
notorious for, I'll take your project and I'm just going to make the movie that I want with the trappings of what you're telling me.
I didn't get homosexual undertones from Wishmaster
not this
2.
time.
Yeah.
You got a boyfriend. You got a boyfriend, you slide down, you little faggot, you.
Actually, I don't have any friends.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, so Wishmaster 3, the plot goes like this. It opens with white text on a black background in this generic plain font, including the title card. It looks like something that it's like the default setting in a video editing program. It looks bad.
Yep.
This font choice is awful. I don't know what was going on here, but this kind of sets the tone for the film we're about to watch. We then cut to a woman having nightmares about herself as a young girl getting into a family car accident. Yep. She then climbs up to the rooftop of the building to get some air while thinking about this tragic accident that killed both her parents. This is our new protagonist, Diana. Concerned, her boyfriend Greg goes up to check on her, and they have a cute little moment as Greg tries to comfort her. The next day, Diana goes to give a lecture at Baxter University, our new setting for this entry. And we also meet her friend Katie and Katie's boyfriend Billy, played by... There's no way you got this.
Nope.
He is played by Aaron Smolinski, who played baby Clark Kent in the original Superman.
Oh, wow. There's a deep cut.
How fucking weird is that?
Yeah.
That's so strange,
Okay.
right? Yeah. He was the baby from the, I think it's 78 or 79 is the Superman film. Yeah, he's
Like the
baby.
original Richard Donner. I think it was Richard Donner, yeah.
Yeah, he's baby Clark. He's baby Kal-El.
Okay, well.
And here he is in Wishmaster 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. How weird. That's just weird. Yeah. I always check the IMDb's on these people and I saw Superman 1 and I went, huh?
Get out of here.
I go, how the fuck are you in that?
I was even alive at that point, yeah.
Fucking
He was
baby.
a baby.
Yeah. Weird little cut. Later, Diana assists one of her professors with a new exhibit at a museum, including a curious-looking star-sided box. Later that night, Diana solves the box, which is kind of like a little bit of a Hellraiser thing. They
Yeah, the easiest puzzle box I've ever seen.
It
because
doesn't-
it just pushes the button and
pushes
it
the
opens
button,
it up.
opens
Yeah.
up. So she solves the box, and inside is a familiar-looking cursed red gem. She picks it up and starts immediately having visions of the Wishmaster. What did Morgana do with this gem after part 2? How did it end up in a box? This is called Wishmaster 3 after all.
Yep.
And the ending of Wishmaster 2 is Morgana says the stupid text, the ancient text, seals the Djinn back in the gem, and then we cut to credits. So what did she do with it? How did it end up in this box?
Yeah, at this point, I'm starting, in my sort of headcanon, is that this is just a different Djinn. Yeah.
It's funny you say that. I had the exact same thought. I was like, oh, I think it's supposed to be a different Djinn, especially because it's a different actor this time around.
It all looks different.
Yeah, it's not, Andrew Devoff does not return, unfortunately. No. The professor then shows up and Diana shares what she found. He praises her discovery and suggests they celebrate with some alcohol and get to know each other a bit. Very innocent. Diana says no because she's concerned what her boyfriend would think. No shit. Which offends the professor, who was clearly trying to make a pass at her.
Yep.
Buddy, what are you offended about? You ain't offended about nothing. You struck out.
You are the perpetrator.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. The Wishmaster then appears to the professor, this time played by John Novak, who replaces Andrew Devoff. I don't know him from anything, so in case you're wondering, like, known for Wishmaster 3 and 4. The Wishmaster offers to end the professor's loneliness by taunting him and threatening to reveal that he tried to grape Diana.
No, I think it's another student. And I think he actually did.
Oh, you think that was the implication?
Yeah. So when he's sort of emoting and he's imitating the voice, like the sounds that did occur. So he's basically saying like, I know. And he basically just plays back a recording of
that wasn't the interpretation I got. I thought that he was manipulating the exchange that just took place between him and Diana.
I think this was I think what we're supposed to think with this professor
is that he actually
has a
rapist?
history of taking advantage of his students.
Of graping?
Yeah.
He loves that grape drink.
It's all right, sweetheart. It's all right.
Please don't. No.
Wasn't like
Okay, sure. But then my counter to that is, who cares?
Yeah.
Because who's going to believe a Djinn? Who's believing an ancient Djinn? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, I will reveal this. How are you doing that? Who are you telling?
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure people's first reaction is, oh shit, there's a mystical creature. Look at this thing. I don't think they're going to be like, we need to take this to the board. This is very important. This could affect your tenure here at Baxter University. Like, we got it on very good
authority
from this magical evil djinn that you have. Like, what?
I think it's just the general idea that even though your victims are staying silent, they are not the only ones who know about this. And if I want to make this a big deal, I can.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The threat works, of course, and the professor wishes for the two most beautiful women in the world to be in love with him, and that they're also going to be there right now. So he wishes for them to appear in front of him. The Wishmaster grants it, and two hot babes appear and start rubbing the professor down before tearing him apart? What? How is that what he wished for?
And if they love him,
why would they tear him into pieces?
that?
And I think even the djinn has like a stupid crack where he's like, now that's real love.
Yeah, stupid.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
This is 3.
Yeah.
We're devolving very quickly here. We're quipping we're quipping, but not good quips, not the fun camp quips. Diana then has a vision of this, which messes her up a bit, and she takes off, leaving Greg and her friends behind. The Wishmaster steals the professor's face and assumes his form, which, to be clear, is not John Novak.
It's not the actor in the
djinn costume.
The rubber costume.
Yeah. In 3 and 4, they have different actors playing the human forms of the djinn. John Novak only plays the djinn form, which I think there's a reason for that, because he is no Andrew Divoff.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, Andrew Divoff played all aspects of that.
Yeah. So the djinn now looks like the professor and assumes his body and his form. Diana drops some lore on her boyfriend Greg after she does some research on the mysterious box, which Greg doesn't really give a shit about because he's more concerned about their failing relationship. Specifically, Diana's inability to admit her love for Greg. She has problems with letting her walls down. This is an ongoing issue between the two.
Mm-hmm.
The Wishmaster then heads to the registration office to get information on Diana, but is stonewalled by the administration secretary who wishes all the files would go up in flames, ruining that plan.
Yeah.
Which, that one's kind of fun, because remember in 2 where we bitched, where we were like, when Kane Hodder says like, oh, I wish you would just leave, and he's like, oh, fuck, and I gotta leave. Yeah, the woman makes a wish that the Wishmaster didn't quite account on, which is like, ah, shit, now I got to burn all these files, which I actually kind of had to look through.
Right.
So even though he takes pleasure in the woman dying, it does fuck his plans. I appreciated that.
The information he's looking for is in there somewhere, and now it's up in flames.
He's not getting it. Diana does even more research on the djinn lore, while the Wishmaster professor gives a lecture waiting for Diana to show up, but of course she doesn't. Diana confides in her friend group that she believes the professor is dead and the djinn is wearing his skin. They, of course, laugh it off, but Greg is concerned this may actually be her trauma from her childhood manifesting in some different way. Katie and Greg humor Diana, and Katie suggests maybe they get a priest or something, which, was that a shot at part 2? Because Gregory's a priest.
Right.
I kind of felt like that.
I didn't catch that, but
it felt like, because then Diana scoffs at the idea and is like, well, no, that won't work. It's like, were they taking a little pot shot at 2, being like, hey, back off, guys. We're the real sequel here.
It's us now.
Yeah.
If that was the case, then fair play to them.
For writing that off. That's kind of funny. Diana also simplifies the lore a bit, and now they're changing the lore again. The Wishmaster only has to grant whoever woke him 3 wishes to fulfill the prophecy, and that's it.
None of this 1001 souls.
Not even powering up the gem.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty fucking convenient, isn't it?
Yep.
The Wishmaster continues to try to find Diana, running into Greg, who tells him to back off before the djinn reveals itself and says if Diana doesn't ask for 3 wishes, he'll kill everyone around her. Then at the 50-minute mark, Diana finally comes face to face with the Wishmaster, and what follows is the Wishmaster forcing Diana to make a wish. So she makes a wish for Saint Michael to help her stop the djinn, which turns Greg into an angelic warrior. Yes, this really happens, who then has a terrible fight with the Djinn, and this culminates in a tediously long foot chase and rooftop showdown for the fate of the world or something. That is the plot of Wishmaster 3 Beyond the Gates of Hell.
Yeah.
Mark, I have this, we both have this as number 4. So, but I know why I don't like it. Do you want to take it off? Why does this one suck for you? There's a lot wrong.
Before I go into shredding this movie,
sure.
I'd just like to say shout out to AJ Cook, who our lead character plays Diana.
Oh, I don't know her from anything.
AJ Cook, I know her as Andrea Cook. We went to high school together, so it's nice to know that you're doing very well.
What?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know this.
Yeah.
What a weird connection.
Yeah.
What?
So she's from the area, and she went to high school with me.
That's wild.
Yeah, we could always tell like that she was going to go on to be do
in
very well for
Wishmaster
herself.
3 Beyond the Gates.
Well,
of Hell.
no, I mean this is an early entry in her career, but she's on one of those. I can't remember which one it is. One of those police investigation shows now.
Oh, cool. Good for her. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
So she's done very well. Good for you, Andrea. It's nice to see that you've you wanted to become. She wanted to become an actor or an actress, and she did. So
and Mark, you've secretly harbored a crush for this woman for years.
Everyone did.
Yeah,
of course. No.
I mean, this is your opportunity. You can put it out there, just like I did with what's her face. I forget her. I've already forgotten her name.
Good job.
Yeah. What was the Brad Dourif's Fiona Dourif? Dourif.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can profess.
Did she ever reach out to you?
She did, buddy. We have a date lined up.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew that. I've secretly been dating Fiona Dourif, even though I just forgot her first name.
Yep.
Well, I forget her name because our relationship is so passionate that
goes beyond names.
We don't even. Yeah, it goes beyond names. We don't need to name. I know her by my pet name for her, so I don't know her by her actual name.
This is derailing quickly.
Anyways,
no, but in all seriousness, Andrea, nice to see you in a movie.
That's
congratulations.
Cool. Yeah, that's
You've done very
fucking
well
cool.
for yourself,
Yeah.
and I'm very happy. Now, unfortunately,
stop watching. Because what's about to happen is we're gonna shred that movie you were in.
That's right. Unfortunately, they gave you the worst entry in the franchise to be in.
If she fucking sees this and comments, it will blow my fucking. Please comment, because I'm gonna tag her. I'm gonna tag her in the video because I can tag I always tag all the actors' names now. So
I apologize in advance then
for what's about to take place. Yeah.
I wish they had given you more to work with, but you did the best that you could with what you had. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not a great entry.
All right, I want to talk about what could have been. Baxter University, buddy. Just give me the Djinn goes to college. Just give me that. Why couldn't you do that? And it starts off where you for a second there, I was like, oh shit, is this going to be like Leprechaun 4 and they're going to go full ham and it's just going to be stupid, like bunch of young people like dealing with the Djinn. And they give you some of that. It's got at the beginning, it's kind of got a raunchy comedy vibe.
Yep.
Hey, bimbos.
Where the hell were you last night?
Research, baby. It was just research.
Translation? Getting wasted.
Hey, that hurts. Actually, I pulled an all-nighter interviewing young horny chicks.
Oh, now that I believe. Do you have a death wish?
Purely academic.
Uh-huh.
For my new psych paper.
On foot fetishes.
Now, new subject. Ready? Sex in public places. Is it hotter? What do you think?
Think I want a new boyfriend?
Oh, you don't.
And I'm got the one character who he's there to study interesting sexual experiences or something. Like that's what his.
Well, there's the horn dog boyfriend, whose name I forget. Katie and her boyfriend at one point, they start fucking while there's like a roommate in the room. There's a guy watching TV and they're fucking behind the couch. Somehow he can't hear this.
Yeah, it's like a common room in their residence, but like that's not what that room is for.
Oh, it's for that, buddy.
But
it's for fucking in that room, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. That's the real purpose.
Yep.
So it starts off like that. Fucking 20 minutes into the runtime, we got a set, not one, 2 pairs of tits.
Yep.
Right at the beginning, you get two pairs of tits. They're giving us the TNA. I'm like, yes, I'm in on all this.
Yep.
Just go full ham, go full schlock. Give me stupid college kids running around and the Djinn fucking with them.
Getting slashered.
And it's not that.
And it's just not. Yeah.
It's not that at all.
Yeah.
There's a smuttiness to this film, for sure, but they're missing the other part of it, which is the teen. They're missing the comedy part of it.
Which is interesting because, 2001 was right at that point where that type of slasher was really kind of coming around. right? Like that was the type of
like why just make Hellworld, make Hellraiser Hellworld, make Halloween Resurrection, like just make these dumb, but it's not that.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's weird that I'm saying it because those movies suck, but I like them ironically. This is just boring.
They know what they're trying to be, and this one I don't think knows what it's trying to be.
Yeah,
and it's just what you're left with is not enough of one thing or another for this to really be any good.
It takes itself way too seriously. Like it starts off and it's kind of goofy, and then they're like, "Nah, we're gonna take this seriously." It's like, no, this is a serious subject matter, like this is a serious slasher movie. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Just go full ham.
Yeah.
We would have had fun. Why was it so hard? Why use a university if you're not just going to have a bunch of young people running around trying to fuck and the Djinn running around? Like, they could have had a scene where, like, I don't know, some two people go off to fuck and the guy accidentally makes a wish during the sex, and then the Djinn's like, you got it. And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean,
like, damn, I wish I had a rubber right now. And then the rubber turns into a rubber monster or some shit. Like,
and
do that.
You've already got the benefit of Wishmaster 2 effectively ruining what the first one established.
Any prestige.
Right? Yeah. So, I mean, you don't have to be the one that goes and breaks it. It's already broken. So just have fun with it. But no, they didn't.
What did you think of the new Wishmaster, John Novak? Yeah.
Like you're talking about the...
well, both versions.
Yeah.
But I mean, the character itself.
It's just it's not as strong. I mean, you know what? He's in a tough spot because there's no way he's going to be able to compare with Andrew Divoff. So,
but
if
it doesn't.
He has a serviceable performance.
He does serviceable. Yeah. His voice is so it's just so much crappier than Andrew Divoff.
Yeah.
Fear, my good man, is an instinct. Trust yours. I am real, not a figment of your guilty conscience. Where is my wicker?
So did you read up on why Andrew Divoff didn't return?
Yeah, he had actually drafted
He wrote a script
for it, and I guess they didn't.
And they were like, "Well, it's too ambitious. This is going to cost us too much money." They're like, "Okay, here's our script," and Andrew Divoff was like, "Well, this is shit. I'm not doing this." So then he didn't return, and
so
good for him.
I think he just gracefully bowed out.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Fuck, don't get involved in this crap if it's actually, if it's not going to be good. Fuck them. Walk away, man.
But
good for him.
It's interesting. He was willing to continue.
Not only was he willing to continue, he wrote a fucking script.
Yeah.
Andrew Divoff liked this character.
Yeah. I will continue to.
You could have gotten a whole franchise out of this guy. This is your John Franklin, who actually has respect for his own franchise. Like, sometimes you get actors like Kevin Bacon and that just never really reference their franchises they were a part of ever again. Jennifer Aniston with Leprechaun, right? But then you get other people like John Franklin, which, bless him, he embraces the fandom and really puts himself out there as I'm the Children of the Corn guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Your Jamie Lee Curtises who have gone on to become super famous, but are still willing to acknowledge their roots.
Yeah.
And Yep.
Yeah, no, the Wishmaster in this one, I think it was a strange decision to hire a guy who's only the Wishmaster in the Djinn form. And then you have another actor playing the human version.
Yeah.
And they do that again the fourth one. I don't like that decision. I like the idea it's the same guy in both, where he can present as human, but then like the Andrew Divoff, where he's human and he's like a business guy, and he's still menacing. But then, like you said, there's that he can turn into a thing, right?
And it's cool to see the actor under the makeup, right? So you with Andrew Divoff, even though he's got all that makeup on, you can still tell it's him, right? It still has his mannerisms and his voice he speaks, but this is almost like it's two different characters because it kind of is, right? You've got the actor in the suit and the actor playing them, without the effects on, and it just kind of separates the two in a way that the first one in particular was fun when they combined them. Yeah.
One of my biggest beefs with this new version of the Djinn, the Wishmaster, is in the original, and he fucking states this. Do you remember when he goes to Kane Hodder and they have their little exchange and Kane Hodder is basically just like, fuck off. And Andrew Divoff's like, get out of my way, little man.
Yeah.
And they have their little stare down, but the Djinn can't do anything. And he specifically says, do you know how frustrating it is to have unlimited power, but not be able to use it until some worm makes a wish?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how frustrating it is to have unlimited power and only be able to use it when some worm asks you for something?
No, I can't say that I do.
This movie's like, nah, fuck that. The person doesn't need to make a wish. No, the Djinn can just hunt you down and use his powers. Yep. And so this version of the Djinn, he doesn't need you to make a wish for him to hurt you. He can just fuck you up. He can use his powers on you, but he won't kill you unless you do make the wish. He still wants you to make the wish, right. But he can still he basically can he can force you to make a wish by being a physical person.
Yeah.
That ruins everything.
It gives him too much power.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you give the character limitless power, you're left with this bag of shit that's not grounded in anything. So there's no stakes. None of the kills mean anything. He doesn't even need to power up a gem. So every kill's pointless anyways. Yeah. He's only running around to get the body count up and to pressure Diana.
Yeah.
It's so lame.
There are a couple instances in this franchise, like the one with Kane Hodder, where you think, oh, he might get out of this. Like, he's not saying the thing that he needs to say. He might be able to just inadvertently not trigger the Djinn's power, and he might survive this. In this movie, you don't have to worry about that because he doesn't need you to, wish for anything.
No, he can just fuck you up anyways.
Right?
Yeah. What the fuck is this? Yeah, so it's not grounded in any rules at all. And so then to the third act just devolves into a slasher movie.
Yeah, with some of the worst kills I've ever seen.
The Djinn is literally just running around. There's a moment in this where they get in the car and they're driving and the Djinn is chasing them down on foot like an action movie. And then he jumps on the hood and I'm like, this doesn't feel like a mystical super,
you would never have to do that. He would just be there.
But so he's running around and he's stalking them. And I'm like, they fucked this character up royally in this one. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Mark, what do you got?
The effects in this are some of the worst I've ever seen, to the point where I don't even think they have effects. Some of the, I mentioned before.
I remember there being a good amount of CG in this one.
Some of the kills were just they wanted to be creative, but then they couldn't do it. Like the one girl, he kind of puts her in the cat crate.
No, okay. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's Katie. She's like, oh, I wish I had a place to hide. And he's like, oh, I can help you with that. And there's they're in a lab and there's cages of lab rats. So then he sticks her head in a cage of lab rats. Shout out to fucking Return to Sleepaway Camp, another fucking stupid rat kill. And then it cuts and then her tongue and eyes are chewed out. Firstly, lab rats wouldn't do this.
Oh, is that what it's supposed to be? That
yeah, it's lab rats. The lab rats chewed her face.
I thought, see, this is how terrible the scene was. I thought it was assumed that he kind of forces her into this little crate. And by doing that, similar to the character that gets forced through the prison bars, it just kind of wrecks them as that's what I interpreted it. But
no, I think it was supposed to be, that the rats chewed her face.
Oh,
and it's
would that kill you?
No.
Okay.
Well, lab rats firstly wouldn't do that.
Right.
They're just harmless lab rats. They're going to be terrified.
So that's how shit it was.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's crap.
The one guy, the sex crazed guy, his death was he says to the Djinn, "Blow me," and so the Djinn blows him,
and then he gets skewered on horns that are on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Silent Night, Deadly Night did it much better
with Linnea Quigley's fantastic tits.
He did it a couple times actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, you are 100% correct. The creative kills are all gone this time around. There's at one point the one guy's heart explodes, but that just manifests as he's got a little stream of blood on the side of his. Anytime you do the little stream of blood on the corner of the mouth, you have no budget to show us
Yeah.
anything, and that's a failed kill.
No.
Yeah, you're right. No creative kills, no creative wishes.
And I know your budget's not going to be the same, but at least work within your budget, right? I'm not expecting, the same level of quality we got from number one, but don't try to bring in ideas that would have made sense in number one without the ability to execute them. And I think that's what they were trying to do.
What did you think of Diana as a protagonist?
She's okay.
And now, you have to hold back your feelings for the actress here and give us your real take here. She's just kind of nothing.
Well, I just think that they all are.
All of the protagonists in this series suck.
Yeah.
We never get a good protagonist. They all are generic crap.
Think about what their job is. Their job is to basically just initiate the story and then just kind of run around. The real star of the movie is the Djinn, right? They don't, they can't fight against the Djinn. Like they can't go toe to toe with them, right? So.
Well, they try to give her something where it's like, oh, she watched her parents die in front of her, so she's traumatized. So she has trouble opening. She has trouble loving someone, letting her guard down because she's worried, that if she loves somebody, they're going to be taken away from her.
Yeah.
So then there's that tension between her and Greg, but they're just so bland that I don't care about any of this shit,
Yeah.
and they drag that out just a little bit too much.
I really need you to hear me right now.
I do hear you, Di. But I need you to hear me too. You didn't answer my question. I understand that because of your past, you may have fears of intimacy.
Can we please talk about this later?
What I don't understand is your refusal to get help.
I don't care.
Well, all for nothing. Like I don't really feel like it. Yeah.
And then she also pieces things together a little too quickly. Did you catch this?
It's another example of someone who works in the field that would provide them very specific knowledge about the thing that just happens to be plaguing them.
But it's not even just that. It's like she goes away and then she comes back and then she finds the professor's not there and she finds some blood. It's not a lot of blood. It's like a little bit of blood.
It's like a drop on a book.
And then she's like, and then she reads up on a Djinn. She's like, wait a minute. That's not the real professor.
Yeah.
That's the Djinn in disguise.
Yep.
It's a little bit of a stretch that you would put that together in 2 seconds.
At least they had her friends be skeptical about what she was. So it wasn't like the Scooby Gang all bought in right away. Eventually they all buy in. But it's a little too convenient. You know how we handle convenience on this show.
The third act, when...
I was waiting for this.
Yeah, so she makes her wish about the actual Saint Michael, like from the Bible. Yep. Well, from my Bible. I don't know about your corn Necronomicon, but from my
the only
Bible,
Bible there is.
the only Bible that matters, the Necronomicon. From my Bible, Saint Michael possesses Greg, the boyfriend, and is an angelic warrior. And then it's called the Sword of Justice.
Right. Super cheesy.
This is so bad.
Yeah.
This is so bad. This was written, I don't know if you know this, the screenplay was written by a 12-year-old who thought this was the coolest thing ever, who just started watching anime.
If it was written by a 12-year-old, I would give them more credit for that.
The Sword of Justice, which apparently is the only way to defeat the Djinn.
Yeah.
She has to use the Sword of Justice. We're introducing even more lore.
And how
now.
did they get the sword again?
He just has it.
Okay.
No, he has the sword.
When she wishes to turn him into the Archangel Michael, he becomes...
He gets the Sword of Justice.
Yeah, okay.
But she can't wield it because according to St. Michael, he's like, you'll know when... This is so bad. Anytime a movie does this, you'll know when to use it when the time is right.
We must run.
That's it? That's your plan?
No weapon from this world can kill the Djinn.
That's not from this world.
The Sword of Justice will be yours when you are ready.
This is the worst.
And so, at the end, she tries to kill herself, which also breaks the lore because they established, do you remember in part 2, the Waker cannot be killed.
Can't be harmed.
While the curse is happening.
Yeah.
Because at one point, Osip, I think that was his name, Osip, or the Russian guy, he tries to kill Morgana and it won't kill her. And they're like, oh shit. And that's when they learn that part of the lore.
But you see, this almost goes against it, because if that were the case, then the Djinn would let her jump off the roof, because her hitting the ground's not going to kill her, and then she might have to wish herself back to.
It might just fuck her up.
Why is he so insistent on reaching out to catch her, to prevent her from harming herself if she can't be harmed, right?
But because she was willing to make the sacrifice, that then activates the sword, and then she uses it to stab the Djinn. The two of them like awkwardly fall, and then this Djinn ends up getting stabbed, and then that's it.
That whole Saint Michael thing is just, I feel like it was an idea that in the writer's room sounded cool. Then they realized they didn't have enough money to make this happen. So instead of cutting that out and going with a different explanation, they're just like, okay, well, it's just going to be the actor. We'll lower his voice. We'll give him like a big dumb sword, but that's all we're going to be able to do.
And it's also weird because like you establish that this is a couple that's going through turmoil in their relationship. You would think the way to do this would be to have them work together, which would then bond them more together. But instead, she's teamed up with a possessed version of Greg that has no idea that any of this is even going on.
So basically, the boyfriend's not even really there, for the final.
So then he
act,
just comes back and is like, "What did I miss?" Man,
do you have anything good to say about this?
No.
I have one positive comment.
I mean, there's a couple nice sets of tits.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I believe this movie and the fourth movie were shot back to back.
They were.
Over a course of, I think, 16 days.
Yes, that's insane.
Yeah. So anyone, regardless of how good or bad your movie is, if you're able to commit anything to film and have it even be any kind of a finished product in that amount of time,
it's an accomplishment.
I give you credit for that.
Sure.
Right?
But I also hate you for that, because why did you do it? Like, why give yourself that handicap?
Well,
it's like,
it wouldn't necessarily be up to the director.
I know, but it's like, oh yeah, we shot this movie, and get this, our director was blind. How cool is that? And the sound guy was deaf.
Yeah.
He could only hear every other word.
Right. Yeah.
And we hired an editor. Get this, for the editor, we hired a dog.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome? And we kept all the, we didn't even give the actors a script. We just fed them lines.
Right. Yeah.
We just said, go with it.
We had cue cards.
Like, no. I know what you're saying, which is like they rose above the limitations that the producers
for
gave
those
them.
People who were involved.
Yeah.
Like I can't fault them for working within the limitations that they had. This is the opposite of part two, where part two, I feel like they were given everything and produced nothing. This one, they were given nothing. They produced not much more than nothing, but it was something. And,
you want to give them a little bit of credit.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know if like we could have pulled off something like that.
Oh, we easily could have. 100%, buddy. 100%. Yeah.
I mean, it takes you 2 to 3 weeks just to edit this piece of shit.
Just for this shit, yeah. But I'm a one-man show.
Yeah.
I don't have the dog editor and the blind director and the deaf sound engineer.
You don't have the dog with the kibble bowl.
I don't have the all-star fucking crack team they had on Wishmaster 3 Beyond the Gates of Hell.
Yep.
At one point, the Djinn, the Wishmaster, is just given a lecture. Why?
There's people talking.
Got to fill that runtime.
Fills runtime.
Fill the runtime.
Yeah.
There's so much dicking around in this fucking movie. This is the worst third act in all of these, because they're just running around the camp. And like, you want to talk about they wasted the setting? I feel like the only reason they used a university is because they were like, oh, this is an easy area for them to just run around the whole time.
Yep.
Where it's like, it's visually going to look a little different because you got these old buildings. We can use this rooftop and this vista and this area. And it's an excuse to just run around.
And it does give you an easy reason to have a bunch of young people grouped together.
Yeah, but you don't use the young people.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
They don't use them at all.
Yeah.
This movie fucking sucks, Mark. It's
It
terrible.
breaks it has one of the worst tropes that I've ever seen that movies do all the time. The very beginning, when she's doing her flashback scene and her father is like sitting there talking to her and her mother. When you're driving a car let me ask you, do you just take your eyes off the road for like a good 30 seconds so you can talk to somebody in the back seat?
I mean, if you're driving with me, I usually can't watch the road. Yeah,
right.
You're usually too distracting me. We're usually arguing about something.
Right.
Yeah.
I hate this.
This trope.
Nobody drives like this. Just like nobody has visions. Like, why do these movies insist?
I'm going to give you pushback.
Yeah?
A lot of people get into car accidents because they can't keep their eyes off their phone. So
Sure. Right. But like,
okay, there wasn't a phone, but
yeah.
I'm going to give pushback. No, I think there's a lot of people that take their eyes off the road.
Yeah. Like, have you ever, faithful viewer, have you ever been in a car where you just decide to turn to the person in the passenger seat?
Have you ever killed a passenger that you were driving with?
Yeah.
Give us your dark story. We want to hear it. And don't skimp on the grisly details.
Like, I just think it's such an overplayed trope in movies.
Did your dad lose control and burn your entire family into a fireball
That's why
on the 401?
I have this egghead that doesn't yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add on Wishmaster 3?
No, that's it. Yeah.
Moving on to our next entry. This is from 2002, Wishmaster, The Prophecy Fulfilled. I have this. I don't like any of these movies. The first one's okay. I put this as my number 3.
This is number 2 for me.
Yeah, you put it above 2.
Yep.
I can't put it above 2 because as much as I think 2 sucks, I will never like this guy more than Andrew Divoff.
True.
Give me Andrew Divoff. I just can't do it.
Yep.
Andrew Divoff still has some cool scenes in 2.
Yep.
2 sucks, but I'm always going to go Andrew Divoff above fucking John Novak. And then again, it's not John Novak though, because he's only the Djinn.
That's right.
Now in this one, there's a lot of Djinn, but there's also that other guy.
Yep.
So yeah, that was never going to be, I was never going to happen.
Yep.
As much as I think 2 sucks. Yeah, but I put it number 3.
Yep.
And I'm wondering if you have it higher for the same reason I do. I'll get to it. There's one tweak they do to the formula that I thought, okay, you thought of something that's
you're trying something different.
Okay, yeah. Yep. All right. So we open with a title card that once again looks very amateurish. I don't know what was up with Wishmaster 3 and 4. They could not get some good fucking credits and title cards. They look bad.
Like,
man.
is it hard? I don't know. I mean, I'm not in the movie making business, but
so is it difficult? It takes time.
Okay.
So, put the time in, I guess. Like, just because you shot the movie in 16 days, did you edit it in 16 hours?
Yeah. Did you have to release it?
Was that
2
also
days
part
later?
of it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they really did use that dog to edit the movie like I suggested. We then get a narrator reading text on screen. When God breathed fire into the universe, the light gave birth to angels, and the earth gave birth to man, and the fire gave birth to the Djinn. Ooh. The Djinn are creatures condemned to dwell in the void between the worlds, yada, yada. And he also reiterates the 3 wishes prophecy bullshit we already know up to this point in the franchise. Cut to a young couple celebrating their new home purchase. These are our new protagonists, Lisa and Sam. And they're celebrating and having a good time, and they immediately start fucking, which I was like,
as you should.
Damn. Yep. I'm like, all right.
They break the bed.
Yeah. Fucking awesome. All right. Get to Pound Town right off the bat. We then cut 3 years ahead, and Lisa is visiting her hunky lawyer friend, Steven, and he gives her an antique gift, because of course that's something you give somebody, before trying to kiss Lisa. Apparently, Sam and Lisa are involved in a lawsuit, and Steven is assisting them. Inside the antique Steven gave her is a red gem. What else? Lisa holds it in her hand and has a vision of the Wishmaster, because of course she does. And then she leaves and also leaves the gem with Steven. So I guess she didn't appreciate that gift. She's just like, all right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Lisa goes back home to Sam, who's now paralyzed in a wheelchair and a bitter alcoholic.
Yeah.
The couple is now teetering toward a breakup. A lot has happened in the past 3 years. Yeah. Holy fuck. Went from fucking and breaking a bed to on the verge of breaking up, and one guy's crippled in a wheelchair, and now he's an alcoholic. Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. Later, the Wishmaster pays Stephen a visit. Stephen wishes for the Djinn to stop talking in riddles and explain himself. The Wishmaster grants this before killing him and stealing his face, assuming his identity. I don't feel like that was, that doesn't seem like the spirit of that wish, does it? Yeah, but again, he does like what we talked about before, where he goes, you know what? Now I'm going to take your soul.
Yeah.
So what was the point of even asking for him to make a wish?
Yeah.
Lame. Fucking lame. So now the Wishmaster looks like Stephen, and that's his human form. The next day, Wishmaster Stephen coaxes Lisa into making a wish, so she wishes the case would be settled, and presto, Lisa has a payout for the motorcycle accident that crippled Sam. They explain that. Literally signed in blood from the other lawyer. Lisa shares the good news with Sam, but his reaction is tepid when he assumes Lisa is going to want to divorce him now and take half his settlement money. That night, the Wishmaster takes Lisa out to celebrate, where she wishes Sam could walk again, resulting in a fucking dragged out sequence where Sam is like writhing around the ground in pain, and Lisa and Stephen are like at a restaurant watching a belly dancer, all while this like Arabic type music is playing, and it is fucking awful music. This scene, do you remember this scene? It fucking drags, and I was like, gotta fill that fucking runtime somehow. One thing we haven't mentioned this yet, these movies are all like 95, 96 minutes. Like
they're pushing over the
just by a bit, but it's like, fuck off.
You didn't need to.
You should be like 85-minute films.
Right.
Like this should be a little bit less. Just those extra couple minutes, they definitely don't earn those, right? Yeah. Lisa returns to discover Sam's miracle, but the celebration's short-lived, and they're back to fighting. This pushes Lisa back to Wishmaster Stephen, where she makes her third and final wish at only the 40-minute mark, interestingly. Mm-hmm. But the Djinn delays granting the wish, pissing off his brothers, who are waiting to be free from somewhere. I don't know where the hell they are. They're in some other dimension. Lisa's wish is for her to fall in love with Stephen as he is, which means she has to fall in love with the Djinn as he is. Interesting. Yep. No easy task. At the same time, this wish triggers an angelic warrior known as the Hunter to wake up and go on a mission to kill Lisa, aka the Waker. The Wishmaster slowly tries to learn how to woo a woman, which is kind of funny. For literally no reason, the Wishmaster also finds time to taunt poor Sam, even though he's on a time crunch to fulfill the prophecy. And what follows is the Hunter trying to kill Lisa, the Djinn intervening, leading to a Highlander-style sword fight where the Wishmaster comes out on top before he fucks Lisa, but one good lay doesn't make her fall in love with him. Will the Wishmaster be able to win her heart before time runs out?
Yeah.
That's the plot of Wishmaster, the prophecy fulfilled, aka Wishmaster 4.
You have a saying that I always like. You referenced it in our last episode. This movie makes choices.
Yes.
That's a classic
They make
Justin.
choices. They do things.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I know what you want to talk about, which is like the thing with the third wish, I think is the most interesting thing. But before we get to that, let's talk about Lisa and Sam, our protagonists. I was getting flashbacks to Children of the Corn 2009. I cannot fucking stand protagonists like this.
Yeah.
I do not want to root for people that hate each other. It's just not fun to watch. I don't want to watch your failing relationship. This isn't a heavy A24 drama film. You know what I mean? This isn't A Beautiful Mind where Jennifer Connelly is trying to get through to, fucking poor Russell Crowe is losing his mind. It's like, this is a schlocky horror film.
Yep.
I don't need your drama bullshit.
You don't need that level of seriousness. And it was also, it's just
fun.
It's just uncomfortable. Because he treats her really badly.
Right.
For someone who, she treats him so well.
I understood your anger before, but look at you, Sam. You can walk. I don't understand why we can't just be...
What? Pretend like it never happened? Pretend like I didn't see the way you looked at me when you bathed me and dressed me and wheeled me down the street?
That is not true. I always loved you.
You pitied me.
No, you pitied you. I didn't fall in love with your legs, Sam. All I ever wanted was for us to just love each other like we did before.
She has every reason to leave, not because of the accident, but because he just turns into an awful person. And maybe it's understandable to a certain extent, but she's the last person that he has, and yet he still just kind of like assumes that she's going to be a piece of shit when she never is.
Well,
right?
She kind of is.
Well, what it does is it creates this kind of awkward situation throughout the movie where I think what the story is trying to tell us, like ultimately the hook, and this is what you were referring to with the third act, is that it's kind of related to this though. So the Djinn can't force her to love him. So he needs to find a way for her to love him naturally for the wish to be granted.
But it already was kind of happening.
Right.
Because every fucking scene with Lisa and Sam is Sam just being a piece of shit to her and being all mopey and depressed and being like, you're just going to leave me anyways.
And I feel like
why don't you go fuck Steven? I know you want to anyways. And then he almost kind of creates this self-fulfilled prophecy where she does get pushed into Steven because he's treating her well, right?
And so they kind of lean into that. We need to feel like, what's his name? The boyfriend?
Sam.
We need to feel like he's a total piece of crap, because then it justifies her starting to fall in love with the lawyer, with Steven, right? Otherwise, she's just the worst person in the world. And you don't tend to see that in movies like this.
So she's actually not a good person either, though, because earlier in the movie, like right at the beginning, when Steven, not possessed by the Djinn, who clearly has a crush on Lisa, he makes a pass at her and he tries to kiss her.
Yeah.
And she stops him, but then she's like, oh, it's okay. I have thought about it.
No, it's not okay. I should be more sensitive to your situation. I don't know what, maybe just think I
You know
could
what?
kiss you.
It's not your fault, okay? It's not like I haven't thought about it.
Really?
Yeah. You've been really sweet through this whole thing, above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sam's kind of right in that you do kind of have feelings for this other guy.
And I think the movie wants you to think that he is driving her away, but I think also part of it is that she just kind of wants to go. I don't know. Their
relationship sucks.
The whole situation is too heavy.
It's not fun
for a movie like this.
Yeah, it's not fun to watch.
I think that you could have done this differently. Like I like the idea of him not being able to grant that wish and trying to. I was hesitant that this was going to turn into a love story. I'm like, oh no, that's not very good. But at least it's something different, right? That he can't grant that wish.
So you got it.
Yeah,
that's what I want to talk about. This is why this went above 3, because I think 3 and 4 suck equally, but 4, at the very least, they come up with a new angle, which is, what if you gave the Djinn a wish that he can't quite grant?
Yeah.
So now the Djinn is in this weird situation where he's like, okay, I got the thing I wanted.
The wish has been made.
The thing I've wanted. All of these movies hinge on, I need the Waker to make 3 wishes so that I can fulfill the prophecy and open the gates of hell or whatever the fuck. So he's right there, but he can't do it.
Yeah.
Because how do you do that wish? And then he even gets into an argument with like his brethren who are like, what are you dicking around for?
Just do it.
Just do the thing. And he's like, I can't. I have to make her love me.
I thought that was kind of a little bit weak.
He can't just snap his fingers.
It's like you should all know that I can't do this.
Tell me how I shall grant the third wish. That she love me for who I truly am.
Human love is a weakness. Take her.
Human love must be given freely, or it isn't love. It's a trap. A wish only she can grant.
Be warned, the hunter has been awakened.
Like, if that is actually the lore.
Oh, they only exist so that there's a little bit of pressure on him, right? Because the other
yeah.
thing is, like, why is there a time limit?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's also why that hunter character exists.
Comes
He
out,
exists just simply to add pressure to the Djinn. But this was a neat idea.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't even too concerned with the fact that we've encountered situations like this before. There are interactions in the previous movies where he's like, I can't wish that. I can't do that. I can't destroy myself because that is which is eternal or something like that. So we've encountered wishes that he can't grant, but normally he's just like, he just brushes it off. So there's something about this one that he was still compelled to see it through. He just couldn't grant it. I wish that
he thought he tries.
Yeah.
And that's where the fun in this one is like, he's kind of in this like melancholy of like, all right, how the fuck do I do this? Yeah. And he starts trying to like remember how to woo a woman. And a lot of the scenes are like him going to get advice. Like he goes to Lisa's friend to get information on her of what she might like in a guy. And that's a funny scene.
Because she's like the worst person to be giving advice. Right. She's just a wild child.
He goes to a strip club to get advice on like what women like. And there's a funny exchange where he asks like the bartender at the strip club is like, what would win over these women? And the bartender's
the worst
like,
line in the entire franchise.
Oh no, the best line, the best line, buddy. I'm just gonna cut to it right now.
What do you suppose would make a woman like that fall in love? Fat wallet
And a better dick.
money and sex. That's what makes the world go round, my friend.
That's the one. That's the answer, buddy. That's the answer. That's all it takes.
All of Wishmaster comes together for that moment.
If Josh had that in part one, Alex would have been already sleeping with him. They would have been together the entire time. Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's awesome. But that makes for some funny exchanges where it's like, it's fun to see the Wishmaster vulnerable.
Yep.
And this brings out a vulnerability to him where he's like, okay, like, what do I do here?
He's frustrated with it.
Yeah. So it almost humanizes him a little bit, and that's fun to play with.
Yeah.
I liked the third act when he finally just drops the facade and he's like, look, this is the situation. I'm a genie. I'm an evil genie.
Yep.
I can give you anything you want. If you like give me your love, I will make you a goddess in my new world and you will live in paradise for eternity. And he like offers her this.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I liked that because it's like, okay, I can see how this is he tries a new tactic, which is like, why don't we just make this more transactional? Right? Like, and the other
that's really all he has. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other thing is he also says to her, he's like, I can make myself look like whatever you want me to look like.
Yeah.
Like I can make myself look like Steven. I know you want to fuck Steven. And he does fuck her in Steven's body. I also find it
which is wild. I never thought that was actually going to
that it was going to go that far.
Yeah.
But that also kind of shows you Lisa was also kind of a bad person. Yeah. They crossed that line. And then I found it funny because after that, like he fucks her and he's kind of just like, you love me now, right?
Right.
We fucked. Huh?
He makes the assumption that that's all it takes. And then when he realizes that it's not done yet, he's confused. He's like, well, but we had sex. So the wish granted, right? No. Just because you have sex with somebody doesn't mean you love them. And so he's learning about humans and humanity as he's going through this, and he doesn't like what he's learning, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, just ask women. Women probably know this better than most, that just because you had sex with a guy doesn't mean he loves you.
Justin alienating the 7 viewers that we have.
The 7 female viewers that we have. I'm seeing it from their perspective. I'm not shitting on them.
Yes.
I'm saying women can relate to this.
Yeah.
Men are jerks, Mark.
Yeah, every one of them is just
men
the
are
worst.
just such jerks.
Yep.
Anyways, the wishes in this movie kind of suck.
I
There's
will
not a
say
lot of
though,
them.
no, there isn't. But I will say though that they did try to stick to the Wish format more than some of the other entries that we've had.
Oh, they did because but that's actually a problem for me. These were shot back to back.
Why didn't they?
Okay, do you not remember the movie you just made where he just runs around forcing people to make wishes? There's a scene in this where the Wishmaster gets kicked out of the strip club by the bouncer, and the bouncer just starts kicking his ass, and the Djinn keeps trying to goad him into making a wish so that he can fuck him up, and he's not doing it, and he just keeps getting beaten up, and I'm like, you wouldn't have done this in the last movie, so why are you doing it now?
Yeah, but you know what?
Like, what the fuck?
At least they're like, yeah, let's do it right.
They're like, oh yeah, that's how you do that.
That's a thing.
You know what happened? Probably during the short break between filming 3 and 4, they watched the first film again and went, oh, that's what the rules were? Oh, fuck, we fucked all these up.
Yeah.
Is there anything? I don't have much to say.
No.
Like, that's the only thing I'll give it. Everything else is shit. The characters suck. It drags like fucking crazy. There's way too many drama scenes between Sam and Lisa. Oh, the payoff on their relationship. Did you like the ending?
There was one part of it that I did like.
Oh, please Mark.
They don't bring Sam back.
Yes. So this is the third act, which is to me is stupid. But so the whole thing is like, okay, the Djinn, they're in a stalemate. Lisa won't love the Djinn, and the Djinn can't fulfill the prophecy because she won't. Her wish can't be granted. So then Sam's like, I got an idea. And then he can still get a wish. So he's like, I wish for the thing that can defeat you, which then gives the sword of justice.
Yeah.
So the sword of justice comes back. And then the Djinn, if I remember this correctly, Sam gets the sword, and then the Djinn just like instantly uses the sword to stab Sam, which I was like, yes, fuck you, Sam, for just thinking the Djinn was just going to stand there and let you stab him. And then fucking Lisa just pushes the Djinn into Sam, specifically into the blade, which is sticking out of Sam. And then that just kills them both.
Yeah.
Lame.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a fart ending.
Why bring back that stupid sword? I mean, I guess there wasn't enough time. They didn't release the third film in time to realize that it was such a bad idea. So they use it again.
The whole angel warrior thing is just so stupid. Although I liked him more in this one where he's just literally an angelic warrior, because in the third one, it's like, it's Greg possessed by St. Michael. I like in this one that it's just like, no, it's the hunter. And he's just this nameless force enforcer for heaven, I guess. Yeah. That was more fun to me. He's like a Terminator. Yeah. I love the fact. I like one of his first scenes, he like shows up at Lisa's work and then like just chops off her boss's head for no reason. For no reason. There's no call for it.
There's a tall, attractive man robbing my store at this very moment.
Why does he do this? It's like, it's not like she was really in his way. I think she just kind of like, I'm going to call the police. And he's just like, like lops off her head. Yeah.
I'm surprised that you haven't given me shit for something with this movie.
Oh, what?
Our lead character.
Yes.
Or our Djinn, Steven.
Yeah.
Played by Michael Trucco.
Okay.
Who played Samuel Anders in Battlestar Galactica. So
who is he? I can't even remember.
So he is the guy that he was originally the pyramid player who falls in love with and marries Starbuck. They meet. So he was the athlete, and then he later becomes a pilot. And spoiler, he is actually one of the
I cannot
the final
picture
five
this guy at
Cylons.
All. Yeah, I don't remember this guy at all.
Yeah. So I thought for sure you were going to be like, oh, that's why you. And actually, it kind of is. I thought Michael Trucco, the actor, did a great job in this.
I don't remember. He's not very memorable to me from Battlestar, funny enough. Yeah. Okay. So he was just one of the other hotshot pilots? And
he's got a pretty substantial role in the movie.
That's got to be like season 3.
Yeah, he comes in But then once he joins, he's pretty much part of the regular cast.
Okay. Yeah, no, I did. Kudos to you for catching that. Yeah.
Michael Trucco.
I'm sure people love hearing us just talk about Battlestar.
2 episodes
5 minutes of the podcast. Yeah.
That aside, I thought his portrayal of the slick, debonair Djinn that we had in the first movie, that we kind of lost a little bit in the second, we definitely didn't have in the third. Yeah. I thought his portrayal of the human character was pretty good.
He's okay.
Yeah. I mean, his apartment has that weird double door at the front, which kind of freaked me out. I don't understand that, but anyway, I thought his performance was good.
Fair enough. Yeah, I agree with you. He's more of a gentlemanly. The Djinn is most interesting when it's just a guy in a suit, like a business-looking suit.
He doesn't do any kind of yelling the way that the other Djinns do. She's trying to use his charisma to the fullest to get you to wish, right?
Yeah, I touched her too, and I gotta tell you, I like the way she feels. You probably don't remember that, do you, Sam? Shall I remind you? Because I don't think Lisa's gonna mind. I got a little secret for you. It takes more than 2 good legs to satisfy a woman like Lisa. Oh, don't you want to hit me, Sam? Yeah, I think you do. I'll bet you wish you could kick the shit out of me right here, don't you? Come on. Say it.
Yeah, no, I liked his performance. It was one of the reasons why this last entry certainly stood above the third one, and almost beat out the second one. I'm still not convinced. People tell me, what do you think? 2 or 4? I mean, you're all going to pick 2, but
rightfully so.
I don't know. I thought the fourth one was a brighter spot than I was expecting for a fourth.
It definitely
entry.
picks it up after 3, because 3 really shits the bed.
Yep.
Yeah. We did not do our high five. We both had number 1.
Number 1, okay.
Well, we had number 1 and we had number 3 were the same. Yeah. So got to do the high five, buddy. Yep. Yeah. Friendship powers activate.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's a single episode we've done where we haven't had one entry that wasn't at the same number. Yeah. So we were pretty close on this one. Yeah. The only difference was where you had 4 and where I had.
Would you recommend people go and watch any of these? What would you say?
Just watch 1.
Yeah.
You don't need anything else. Just watch 1 and have an okay time. Don't expect miracles.
Yep.
Yeah, it's okay. Andrew Divoff's awesome.
Yep.
He doesn't get enough credit for it. But again, I think the Djinn is a shitty design, and I think he's not marketable enough.
It's a missed opportunity.
It's a very... I have a hot take.
Oh, geez.
Bring this series back. Do it again, but do it right. Yeah. Like, I'm of all the franchise we've tackled, this is one where, look at Leprechaun. There was 8, I think it was, 8 or 9 fucking Leprechaun entries. I've already forgotten the number. Was it 8?
Something like that.
I think it was 8.
Yeah.
Bail me out. Yeah, it was 8.
Yeah.
Because Back to the Hood's is 6.
Put it up here.
Yeah, no, it was 8.
Yep.
Because it was Back to the Hood, then Leprechaun Origins, Leprechaun Returns. Yeah. So 8 entries. It's the same fucking concept. You're telling me you couldn't have got more? Like, I'm shocked they didn't milk this more.
Yeah.
Because when you have a character that has magic, the only limitation is your imagination. You can do anything you want. And the kills can get so creative. It's literally just, it's like Freddy Krueger. You have a blank check to just do any creative shit you want.
Just get some decent writers and then a production team who are willing to bring those ideas to life.
And do practical shit.
There's a lot you could do with this.
Yeah. And so I think it's a missed opportunity. I really think, and I don't think there's anything about the Djinn, like, as much as I love Andrew Divoff, he's amazing. I think he might now be a little too old to do that character. So, but you can find another Andrew Divoff. You can find another, like,
slick debonair, but also
like charming version of the Djinn. So bring this back, reboot this. Like, honestly, do a remake and do it right. Just, give the protagonists a little bit more meat to them and make us like them more and go ham on the special effects. And you've got a good franchise here. Yep. I'm shocked this has not come back again. It might.
If some studio gave you a blank check, would you do this over your version of Freddy's Nightmares?
There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I might want it. I got to fund my Children of the Corn survival horror game.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a lot of projects on the back burner.
You're spending a lot of money that you don't have
Netflix is backing me, buddy. I don't know if you saw the announcement.
I did.
They bought Warner Brothers. Yeah. They also bought /Cinema. Didn't know if you knew that. Yeah, we are now part of the Netflix ecosystem.
They had an extra $5 after the deal was closed.
Oh,
Right?
I hope they gave us more than that. This costume was like $100.
Oh, man.
All right, let's get to our rankings, and then we have a question to answer.
Yep.
Oh, man, what a short episode. Gotta love it. All right, from ranking from worst to best, this is my ranking of the Wishmaster franchise. My number 4, Wishmaster 3, Beyond the Gates of Hell. My number 3, Wishmaster, The Prophecy Fulfilled. My number 2, Wishmaster 2, Electric Boogaloo. And my number 1 from 1997, Wishmaster.
Yep.
Mark.
Yeah, starting off at number 4, Wishmaster 3, Beyond the Gates of Hell. At number 3, Wishmaster 2, Evil Never Dies. At number 2, Wishmaster 4, The Prophecy Fulfilled. And then at number 1, the original from 1997, Wishmaster.
All right, buddy.
Yep.
We did it. Wow, we got through all 4.
Yeah.
After Children of the Corn,
This was
nothing. Yeah, this was nothing.
Yep.
Now we have a question to answer.
Yeah.
Mark Skews, what is your favorite and least favorite wishes in the Wishmaster series?
Yeah.
Let's start with what you liked the best.
I think, I say this every time, I think we might hit on both of these.
I don't know. I don't know. Probably.
My favorite, the airplane crash.
Man, how about $1 million? Done.
Okay, let's just see. Oh, wait a minute. You've forgotten to fill in the beneficiary.
How silly. It's my son, Nick. He owns a very prestigious auction house.
There you go. Thanks for your business, Mrs. Merritt. Enjoy your flight.
Oh, that one.
Yep.
Oh, the joke. Yeah, okay, like the joke one. Yeah, not the irony one. Yeah, that's not mine. That's not mine.
I thought it was the best reflection of how the Djinn should be using his power. Yeah.
To give you an ironic wish.
Because the guy,
you're right.
The
it's
guy
funny.
gets his $1 million, but in a way that he never would have wanted. Right,
Yeah.
like his mother dies, and a whole plane full of people die as a result.
And it's a very funny cutaway.
Yeah. So that was my favorite. It was the one that was the most monkey's paw esque of all the kills, and it was the one that when I was watching it, I'm like, ooh, that's good, right? And I was hoping the rest of them would be like that. Unfortunately, they weren't.
No.
But it does show that they knew what they were supposed to do with these. They just didn't do it.
Yeah, that one's fun. That's a good pick. Yeah. Do you have a runner-up, or is that your?
No, that was okay. my top pick.
You don't want the lawyer fucking himself in part 2?
No. Unfortunately,
Okay.
You all love that. Everyone loves that scene.
Yeah,
but
I don't love
it. It was
it.
too silly for me.
It wasn't going to be on mine.
Yep.
Okay, mine. I thought you were going to go with me on this. My favorite wishes in the entire franchise are the wishes that are open-ended enough that allow for a insane, chaotic massacre to take place.
Right.
So I've got the first wish at the opening of part 1, which is the Sultan says, "Astonish me, Djinn. Show me wonders."
Astonish me, Djinn. Show me wonders. As you wish.
And that it's so open-ended.
Could be anything.
It could be anything. Yeah. So that just basically gives the Djinn carte blanche to massacre everybody at the party. And I like these big flashy wishes that result in showcases of practical special effects.
Yeah.
And you get it in part 1 at the beginning with that opening scene. It's just, there's so much going on in this scene. It's insane.
Yeah.
You get like all this prosthetic work, and there's a lot of weird ideas. Like, I don't know what that thing was that was coming out of that dude's stomach. That skeleton coming out of the guy was awesome.
It's probably on YouTube. Like, you could probably watch that whole scene.
Go watch this scene.
It's worth the price of admission. Yeah.
And then the other one, we got Mr. Beaumont, Robert Englund, says, "I want this to be a party they'll be talking about for decades."
Forever.
And then that, again, just now it allows the Djinn to just go ham on his party, and everything's just coming to life and killing people.
That's probably why you like the casino more than I did.
And actually, I have that down. The casino also it's not as good, but it's still a fun finale. I think all of these movies, and 3 and 4 didn't have the budget for this, all of these movies should have ended in a spectacle of magic and effects work and should have had a big flashy finale. That's how you do it. Mm-hmm. This is how you do this. And the casino from part 2, the one guy which says, I wish I could see this nightmare come to an end, which results in the Djinn collecting everyone's souls, which for some reason means he has to kill everyone. Not just their soul comes out, he's just like killing everyone.
Right.
Yeah. So all the spectacle wishes are my favorite. Those are the best.
That's a good
moments.
choice. I like
those
that.
are the best moments. Mark, what do you think is the worst wish or wishes in the entire series? We might have the same on this one.
Yeah, I had a harder time with this one because there's so many lame kills. And I'm like, you know what? That's a little too easy. Like there's so many from 3 and 4 that are just really pathetic. But I think the one that hit me the most was from part 2 when she craps herself in the casino.
Too bad. You just crapped out.
Oh, that's like a moment in that final scene. Yeah.
Because A, she doesn't wish for it. B, it's a perfect explanation of just how silly the second movie got compared to the first one. Anytime like we said, anytime you're incorporating fart jokes into your movie, you've gone too far and you can't sort of recover from that. I thought that was I hated that it was a part of this franchise, and it really set the tone, unfortunately.
I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here for a second. I think, and feel free to chime in because I know you're going to agree with me here. This series is called Wishmaster. But oh boy, did the filmmakers not seem to understand what the fuck that actually means. Right. They are constantly breaking their own rules and taking liberties on what a wish is. So we've got from part 1, Kane Hodder. He gets 2 wishes, which was not supposed to happen. But the second wish is, so first he's like, the Djinn's like, I have to get in there. And then Kane Hodder's like, well, you'd have to go through me. And that's something I would love to see.
I have to get inside.
Well, now you'd have to go through me. And that is something I would love to see.
How is that a wish?
Yeah.
He's making a statement. That's not a wish. And then the Djinn's just like, now I got you, fucker. And the way they show that is crap. Like, what the hell was that? Where Kane Hodder turns into, I think it's supposed to be glass, but the Djinn's able to walk through the glass, and it's one of the few CGI effects in the movie. And does it ever stand out? The glass like shatters. It looks terrible.
It was actually originally my pick for worst.
Oh, it's awful.
Because I felt like you had such an opportunity to really, especially in that first movie where they did have the budget, they were doing the effects. I want to see you go through me. You could interpret that in so many better ways than they did. Like he goes physically into his body. How about he goes through his
body? And then he explodes in a thing of blood?
No, turning him into glass and then shattering him. Like,
we're not going to list all these. But there are so many examples in this franchise of terrible interpretations of wishes where you're going to either go, oh, that was lame. Or you're going to go, that's not what the guy wished for. How is that?
Right. He just made a statement. Or freeze. He said a word.
My number one worst fucking wish in the entire franchise is freeze.
Freeze!
Did I hear you say freeze?
Yeah, you're goddamn right. I said freeze!
Done.
What is that?
Yep.
A police officer goes, freeze. And he goes, did you say freeze? And he goes, yeah, freeze. And he's like, done. And then he freezes the cop. Firstly, exactly what you said. That's not the wish. The Djinn should be freezing.
Right.
Or you know what? You know what I would have accepted? He freezes the room.
Everything
Around him freezes. I would have accepted that.
Yeah.
But the cop didn't say, I really need to chill out.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no. So firstly, it's not a wish. It's a statement. It's a direction.
Yeah.
He's giving you an
telling
order.
you to do something.
That's not a wish.
Yeah.
And that's in part 2. In the same fucking movie, Gregory tells the Djinn to stay away from Morgana. And rather than just go, okay, done, he goes, is that a wish?
Leave her alone.
Is that your wish?
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, leave her alone.
Why are you pausing now?
Yeah.
What changed, bro? Huh? What's different about this one?
Yeah.
Huh?
You didn't wait before. You
Right.
didn't stop
Yesterday it didn't bother you. Like, yeah. And all of this stems from a simple thing they could have fixed in part 1. They needed a trigger that when you heard it, you go, okay, now the Djinn can do the
Very
wish.
specific.
They just needed a simple little trigger, and that like, and I know what you were saying was like, if everyone just kept being like, oh I wish, I understand that might have seemed lame. I don't care. I think it should have been the word wish.
Yeah.
I don't think unless the word wish was used, it triggered jack shit.
Yeah.
Because it would have solved all these fucking problems where you go, I don't know that was really a wish. Like, I don't know that you could have done that.
Yeah, you're right. What's worse, having terrible kills or having them kind of force the I wish aspect of it? I can tell you that would have been a lot less painful than what we ended up with, which was pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Yep.
So. And there you go. That is a ranking of all 4. Such a meaty franchise.
Yeah.
All 4 Wishmaster films. Hopefully we made your Christmas wish complete by giving you one final episode of Slash Cinema before the end of the year, before the end of 2025. Mark, 2025 was a very interesting year for us. It was our 3rd year.
Yep.
We had some real variety this year. Do you remember our episodes?
We had...
we started off with a big one.
Yep.
Started off with Hellraiser.
Yep.
Do you remember any of the other ones?
Was that the starting one we had?
That's what we started off with.
Oh, okay.
We had Hellraiser. We had Return of the Living Dead.
Yep.
We just did Children of the Corn.
Leprechaun was in there as
We
well.
did Leprechaun.
Yep.
And we've done Wishmaster. I think that was all of them. This is gonna be our 6th.
Was
Hellraiser, Return. Oh, Sleepaway Camp.
Yep.
We also went to camp, buddy.
Yeah.
What a variety of episodes.
We went all over the place.
We went all over the map this year.
Yeah.
And expect nothing less next year. We're gonna be doing the same thing. We are now at an interesting point because we have knocked off, in my opinion, the last major franchise to tackle was probably Leprechaun, like name franchise.
Right.
Name. Okay, there's another big one, but shut up. I don't want to hear it. But we have tackled most of the major name franchise we have tackled at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We are getting into some very odd franchises like Wishmaster. You guys got to see a preview of it. You got to see, we did Sleepaway Camp and we did Wishmaster. Even Return Living Dead is not a very common one.
They have been fringier, but they're going to get really fringy.
They're going to start getting even more fringier. There's still a few classics we have not touched yet, but we are getting to a very interesting time period, and I, for one, am very excited. Yeah. I've got some real surprises in store for you, and just to start that off, we are in the gift giving season. I felt, Mark, you've put up with a lot with Children of the Corn. I got you something, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you take a look under that desk?
Is this thing I've been kicking actually?
I think you'll find a familiar box under there. Why don't you take a look what's in that inside that box there, buddy? I think you might get a little preview of our next franchise that we're going to tackle. What's in that box, buddy?
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Wow, no real reaction. Yeah. Interesting.
I'm
Mark might be excited.
I'm excited for this actually, compared to some of the things that I know you could throw at me. Yeah. All right.
This is gonna be the next one, buddy.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the next one.
How many?
I can't tell you that. I can't spoil it.
Are they all in here?
No. Let's say a good amount of them. Let's say more than you think.
Okay.
Just like every other franchise we tackle, there's more of those than you think.
All right.
That's going to be our first one. It's my pick next. Mark, your pick was Wishmaster. My pick is that. That's what we're going to be kicking off 2026.
Interesting.
With.
Yeah. I think a lot of our viewers will actually like this.
This is going to be an interesting one for sure. Yeah. Again, next year is going to be a very interesting year. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for Slash Cinema slowly, the Slash Cinema community slowly grows.
Yep.
Our ranks are slowly swelling. I'm noticing more and more comments on the videos.
Thank you for those. We still love them.
We love your comments. Please, we'd love to hear your rankings of these the Wishmaster movies. Feel free to comment below. We read all your comments. If you have not, please like and subscribe all the videos. It helps us in the algorithms. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can also find us on Spotify if you prefer the audio only. I think we're on like iTunes, fucking podcasts and all that shit. Anywhere you get podcasts. But we are going to go on a little bit of a break now because it was a lot. We did some big franchises this year, and we're going into the holidays, and wintertime gets a little bit busy for us. It's a little bit harder to get together for these, so there might be a bit of a delay on our next entry that we're going to be tackling. In the meantime, you know what video you can watch that needs more love? Silent Night, Deadly Night. Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's one of our least viewed episodes. It's one of my favorite episodes.
And it is Christmas.
It's exactly. Go back to that. That is our true Christmas. Give that video some love. That's a fun one. You get to see the most unhinged I've ever seen Mark. Mark loses his fucking mind at one point on that podcast. And it's the most heated you've ever gotten to date. And it was over the stupidest fucking movie that we've talked about. But yeah, that video, in the meantime, go watch that. Give that some love. Or, tune into some of the 70-hour plus 70 plus hours of Slash Cinema that are now readily available for your viewing pleasure. But we'll be back. We'll be back in the new year. It's going to take us a little bit though on this franchise. In the meantime, please don't lose your shit and go all psycho on us.